to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 70, overcast skies at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Pennsylvania lawmakers have reached an impasse over a new second-degree murder sentencing guideline bill. News Radio KDKA's Pat Septak tells us what this all means.
Back in March, the state Supreme Court ruled that mandatory life sentences without parole for second-degree murder are unconstitutional. It issued a 120-day stay for lawmakers to create new rules. Well, today is that deadline, leaving the legal status of more than 1,100 inmates uncertain. On Thursday, the House narrowly passed a sentencing bill with no mandatory minimum sentences. Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday strongly criticized the House version as grossly inadequate and too lenient for violent crimes. Now, Allegheny County District Attorney Stephen Zappala has filed a petition with the Pennsylvania Supreme Court requesting a 120-day extension to its stay on the ruling. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
McKnight Road was closed for about 4 hours last night in Ross Township after a fatal incident. Police say a 15-year-old boy was struck by a vehicle a few minutes before 10 p.m. in the 5000 block of McKnight, which was closed between Siebert Road and Patrick Place while police were investigating. The medical examiner's office says Michael Wade of Brighton Heights died at a hospital. McKnight Road reopened at around 2 a.m. A man is dead following an early morning shooting in the Hill District. Police called at the Bedford dwellings around 3 a.m., found a man with a gunshot wound in the back. He was rushed to a hospital and died about 45 minutes later. His identity has yet to be released, and it's unclear if anyone is in custody. Another night of attacks by the U.S. military on targets in Iran, while in Bahrain, air raid sirens activated for incoming Iranian fire. More from ABC's Karen Waugh.
Overnight, U.S. forces hammered Iran for a 13th straight night as the president weighs escalating the nearly 5-month-old war.
And we want to get it over with, and we want to do it right.
Trump telling Axios, I am considering a massive attack, bigger than ever before, but he has not made a final call.
Chalk up one for the robots. As ABC's Jim Ryan reports, an independent study finds Waymo driverless taxis are involved in fewer accidents than cars with humans at the wheel.
From the absurd to the terrifying.
There's a fire around the corner. You need to move this car. You're blocking the roadway.
Incidents involving autonomous vehicles keep happening. But after compiling the data,
what we're seeing is a nice pattern.
Eric Teo of the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has found
fewer crashes overall, less egregious types of crashes, and less severe crashes.
One red light in the study was Austin, where Waymo vehicles were involved in 4% more crashes than human drivers. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 109 points at 51,820. The S&P right now down about 1 point, and the NASDAQ is down 121 points. KDKA Sports, the Pirates host the Cubs tonight. Jared Jones starts for the Bucks, and the first pitch is at 6:40. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Time to call Dina Schmid and Michael Coleman with One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for health insurance that can save you thousands. 70 and overcast in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. They help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans focused on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser, my friend Ellen Woods.
Hey, Marty, what's up is we just got a release from PRT, Pittsburgh Regional Transit, and they want folks to know, especially if you are going to be wanting PRT to do the driving for you around the Commercial Street Bridge project. The Swissvale Park and Ride and Hamnet Park and Ride lots are near capacity, and Wilkinsburg is about half full. So you might want to plan accordingly if you were trying to head toward one of those park and ride lots. They say others are, of course, available to you. You could check out rideprt.org/Commercial Street Bridge to learn more about how those lots and their capacity are faring. The interstate detour off of the Parkway east at Wilkinsburg, going through Wilkinsburg and Oakland, is a 34-minute commute for you now. Taking the Turnpike westbound to 28 southbound is a 32-minute ride. Same story, 32 minutes for you if you're going to scoot through the eastern suburbs using the Homestead Grays Bridge and Rankin Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine through varying amounts of high clouds the rest of today. Our high temperature 79 and partly cloudy tonight, low 65. Intervals of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. There can be a shower, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers. And someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money. And most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I woke up and heard that this kid, 15 years old, was killed on McKnight Road. I'm affected deeply by the death of young people, because I always want to know why and what were the circumstances and how could they have avoided this. It was on McKnight Road. It was at 10 o'clock at night, so completely dark. And if you drive McKnight, we all have, it's a pain in the ass. It just is. It's just one of the worst roads in the world. Just, and he's from Brighton Heights, and so his poor mom and dad, I'm guessing they're just a train wreck today. Imagine you get a call. Michael Wade is his name. You get a call at 11 at night. Your son's dead. He's 15 years old, and he's on McKnight Road. I'm sitting there wondering, and I'm not judging, I'm just sitting there wondering why he was out there, why he was by himself. And he did what all boys do, including my son. They cross against the light. There's no light. They cross in the middle of the road. And McKnight Road it's like 100 lanes. And so according to the folks I know that work this scene, they're not blaming the driver. They stopped. Doesn't look like there was any kind of drugs or alcohol involved, or there might have been speeding, but they're not sure yet. But regardless, the 15-year-old wasn't crossing in a light, crossing McKnight Road in the dark, hit and killed. It's hard for me to manage these kind of things. And then I wanted to see some numbers. And by the way, you're not going to be shocked. A lot of these accidents, where there are fatalities, pedestrians, a lot of them are boys. How about that? About 600 to 700 kids die every year in pedestrian injuries. How about that? in accidents where they're hit by cars, whether it's a hit and run or... Isn't that amazing? 14 to 19-year-olds. 65% boys, because boys are stupid. I swear I'm sitting there thinking this morning, because I'm not saying he's a bad kid. I'm just saying we make stupid choices when we're that age. Full disclosure, I used to hop trains. We lived near the railroad tracks in Shadyside, right off of Noble Street. If you know where the Aiken Avenue Bridge is, there's railroad tracks under there. We lived 100 yards from those railroad tracks. We would hop the trains. I hopped a train once. It went into a tunnel. It stopped. I was on the train holding on. It was pitch dark. Couldn't see my hand in front of my face. So when the train started moving again, it started moving really fast. Once it got outside the tunnel, I thought I'd be headed to Alaska, so I might as well get off the train. And all my boys were already off, and they were laughing at me, and I jumped and landed face and knee first on those stones, you know, along the side of trains. That it carried me home. I had to be carted to the hospital, bunch of skin hanging off my knees that had to be cut off, and they had extensive stitches. Some of the stupid things that boys do that I did every day. We actually climbed bridges on these narrow cement pathways about 8 inches, 10 inches wide, 40 feet over the railroad tracks. Why am I telling you this stuff? I'm telling you this stuff because boys do things that are just different and spontaneous. And so I'm not judging this kid. I woke up this morning when you hear, and with all due respect to news people, they don't have the time at 4 in the morning to find any context or know anything about this kid. So you get this headline, 15-year-old boy dead on the highway. Next. What's the weather like, Stan? But I'm sitting there thinking, that kid was just like I was at that age. Right? Out there on his own, doing his thing. Thursday night, McKnight Road, probably hanging out. I'm going to cross, go to the other side, get something to eat, and there he's dead. and the best I can do is the best I can do. And that is my parents engaged me when I was going to be a future felon and thought I could be a professional felon because we were doing stupid crap. And I thought it was funny, and it wasn't. And I think we can't hover over our kids and lock them down and tie them up and follow them around. We just can't. We can't obsess over that kind of thing. But we can kind of keep up a track on them. Like you can check on where they're at with their phone and touch base. And if they're boys in particular, I told you I had a fixation on guns and matches and fires. We used to go down to the railroad tracks and shoot a shotgun. We would shoot pheasant, if you can imagine, along the railroad tracks, which is illegal and stupid. We would steal kerosene from a building site and light big fires in the woods. All these things I'm not proud of. I'm just saying this is what boys, and they do. Like they put a gun in a room and did a study, and they had girls in the room and boys in the room, and the boys all grabbed the gun, the girls left the room. There's been studies about boys and fires, and all the studies suggest that boys are somehow attracted to fire, which I was. And my point is that all these times that I did all these stupid things, my parents would engage me, punish me, and push me back on the straight and narrow. And I was sitting there thinking of this kid this morning who's dead, this little young man, 15 years old, Michael, and how horrified and dejected and ripped apart his mom must be today. Wondering what the hell she did wrong, why he didn't listen to her, why he was out there. She might not even have known. Sometimes I would disappear with my friends, and when I got home, I'd get my ass kicked, and I should have. And without my doting mother and my aggressive father, I would have been a pretty bad criminal. Or dead. When we stole cars and we're driving around like morons. I'm just saying that sometimes these things happen and there's no explanation. But with a boy, it's a little different. And they had to be talked to. I had to be driven in the right direction, or else I would have been in the wrong direction. And I'm sitting there thinking of this kid, this poor kid, Michael Wade. who was killed last night on McKnight Road. And just trying to get to the other side, man. And it's tough to wrap your arms around that, to manage that. But try to understand that if you have a boy or a grandson, that you might want to talk to him a little more than the girls, because our minds wander when we're that age. And oftentimes they wander in the wrong direction. And God bless that young man and his family, because this kind of stuff is hard to understand. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Fridays tend to be a little bit lighter of a rush hour for us most days, especially during the summer. And we've been seeing that all morning long until now, because the Parkway West has decided to kick in with some heavier delays, some of the heaviest we've seen all morning long so far. Inbound, you are greeted with brake lights at the top of Green Tree Hill as you head down toward the Fort Pitt tunnels. Outbound, it's a little bit slow go for you, too, over the top of the hill between the Green Tree on and off ramps, and maybe as far back as Parkway Center, you'll find some slowdowns. So there, looks great behind the Liberty tunnels, just traffic light delays on 51 and 19 there. 28 southbound continues to be a bit heavy. You have some stop-and-go stuff greeting you between the 40th and 31st Street bridges there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina with your KFC weekend weather update. On Saturday, expect partly sunny skies with a high of 80. Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 83. Introducing the KFC $10 bucket of the day deal. Now every weekday you get a different bucket of crispy, crunchy chicken for just $10 each. 24 nuggets, $10, 8 piece, $10, 10 wings, $10, 8 tenders, $10, only at KFC. Prices and participation may vary while supplies last.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
In ICU at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive, and they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Nate Bargatze. It's a lot to have 2 dogs, because you got to open the back door and let 2 dogs out.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. PPG Paints Arena, July 30th and 31st. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
We went to a gorgeous high school graduation party. They had beautiful custom cakes. Beautiful custom cookies, all handmade, all bespoke, all of it special order from Oakmont Bakery. Now's the time to do that, and this is the place to do that. They're ready to make your perfect cake. OakmontBakery.com for trendy designs. Check it out. Delicious.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTRCM.
Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I want to play a snippet of an alarm going off. This just happened in the last hour, and then I want to kind of extrapolate on where that alarm's coming from and how annoying it is. Listen. Hear that? That's the 2nd Avenue Commons, the shelter. In that smoke-free building, one of the jag-off homeless folks who didn't give a crap about the process, the building, the rules, was smoking in a smoke-free building, set off the alarm, and here we have the fire department again. Now, you might say, whoop-de-doo, false alarm. 99% of all alarms are false alarms. Yeah, that's true. But that building in particular has become a joke, and it's not a funny joke. It's a $30 million sewer. I don't know what the initial intent was. I guess they had kind of sort of good intentions to help the homeless people. You know what it's like, man? It's like fly paper. Seriously, man. You ever see fly paper in an old outhouse covered in nasty, disgusting flies because they're attracted to it? That's what that shelter has become. It attracts funk, grime, crime, you name it. I thought it was fascinating that the feds arrested 15 people in the city for drugs, yet there's guys selling fentanyl downtown to 50 or 60 people a day, not one arrest. So the drug dealers, they all go down there, and all the junkies, drug addicts, whatever you want to call them, they gather there at the 2nd Avenue shelter. This is a fact. And they get high, and then they lay on the ground all day, or they go inside. And that 2nd Avenue Commons attracts all the crime and grime downtown. And then it just emanates out from there like throwing a big rock in a small pond. It's like the cesspool of grime. It's a disgusting, vile place. And the impact has been nothing but abysmal. And now the numbers to prove it. Since January, 600 plus calls there, 911 calls. The cops, the fire, medics, all damn day. And I mean all friggin' day. Fights, stabbings, there have been shootings, fires. There was a major fire there several months ago. Theft, rape, aggravated assault. On most days, they average 3 to 5 calls a day to one shelter. The record was 11 911 calls in a day. The cops hate this place. Well, why wouldn't they? They bring weapons in there. They bring drugs in there. No smoking in there. They smoke, thus the fire and smoke this morning. They set off the alarm. It is an abysmal failure that the city wraps its arms around and says, look how well we've done. Okay. What it has become is the place where the junkies meet the dealers. Yeah, maybe by the Commons. And then the really folks that can't get in there, they're so high, they just sleep outside and defecate on the sidewalks and put double mattresses on the ground and king-size beds and snuggle all night. And then I'm the bad guy for pointing out that we're letting people sleep on king-size beds outside the 2nd Avenue Commons. And this is what we accepted in Pittsburgh. What happens when you have a shelter that big downtown, it attracts all the grime downtown. mentally ill, alcoholics, drug addicts. I'm not suggesting they don't need help. But when you all tell them, come here, come here, come here. No rules. No rules. Get high. Bring your stuff in here. Yeah, doesn't matter. Smoke in here. Yeah, ruin the apartments in here. Sure. 600 calls, 911. That's acceptable? And today, it's a joke. It is a complete friggin' failure. And no one wants to acknowledge it. I see it, man. My friends work it. It's utterly friggin' ridiculous that this is the kind of place we've decided we're going to, air quotes, help the homeless. I mean, I've been down there. I've been threatened. We've had stuff thrown at us. We've had guys come at us with wrenches and bottles and you name it. And today's just the latest incident in a madhouse that just has failed miserably. $30 million toilet is what it's become. Here's a guy that's a first responder. I'm afraid to take people there. What? Why wouldn't you be? Why would anyone want to be in there? Everybody's high. There's weapons in there. It's dangerous as hell. Folks, 600 calls. We're headed for an all-time record. All-time record. They should be proud. And PNC, that funded this damn thing, they're the ones that try to make a difference. You know they don't like this. It's a $25 to $30 million toilet that gets worse by the day. And no one has a solution. And what it does is it creates this madness of mayhem and filth and crime downtown, which just creates bigger problems when these criminals leave there and just carry their crime to the streets every day.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. The Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or schedule us at COMERCross.com.
Suffering from peripheral neuropathy? Learn how over 15,000 sufferers regained their comfort, mobility, and quality of life with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment plan that is FDA cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's founder about one of their many satisfied patients.
One thing I like about having the most effective treatment protocol on the market for peripheral neuropathy is the stories that we hear. Like Karen from Export. She suffered with neuropathy for 3 years, and it got so bad that she couldn't even wear her normal shoes. In fact, she got rid of them and can only wear Skechers. After going through the program, now she's able to wear any shoes she wants, and she's very disappointed that she got rid of all her other shoes.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers helped Karen. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for an initial free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy. Learn more at marydanston.com.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
70 with overcast skies at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Police in a Washington County community are warning aggressive drivers they have their eyes on them. News Radio KDK's Pat Septak has details.
Police in North Strabane Township are joining state police in their efforts to clamp down on aggressive drivers. This initiative was prompted by numerous complaints and what police call a remarkable number of vehicle crashes. Officers conducted a study on the heavily traveled Water Dam Road showing widespread excessive speeds. The fastest speed they recorded, 85 miles per hour in the 35 mile per hour zone. They say that's especially concerning for Water Dam considering its residential areas and windy nature of the road. The department says on its Facebook page that if you speed, consider this your notice. Police will continue to aggressively monitor and enforce the speed limit there. So please slow down. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
A borough north of Pittsburgh recently experienced the greatest per capita population growth in the Commonwealth. News Radio KDK's Paul Alexander tells us where.
Most people in this area have heard of Slippery Rock University. Most of you probably didn't know that since 2018, the town completely erased a $1 million debt, and they've welcomed 43 new businesses in that same time frame. Mayor John David Longo told KDK's Colin Dunlap that they quit treating the budget like a political ATM.
We are saying to the public, Slippery Rock is open for business. We're going to get out of your way where we can, and we're going to hold your hand. Instead of creating hurdles for you, we're going to help you over those hurdles to make sure that you have ease of access to open your business, live, work, play, get your degree, etc.
While it is a small town, Longo says the concept would work anywhere. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
Someone bought a scratch-off ticket in Westmoreland County worth $1.5 million. The Pennsylvania Lottery says the Superstar scratch-off ticket was sold at Giant Eagle in Allegheny Township. On Wall Street, the Dow is now up 105 points at 51,817. The S&P is up 3 points, and the NASDAQ is down 143. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:32. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by LendSeek.
A fixer-upper could help you save money on your next home, but you have to be built for it.
What's your risk tolerance, and what's your budget, and then what's your experience level?
Real estate expert Drew Wishover says the decision to buy a fixer-upper is a math problem.
If the purchase price is X, the renovation cost is Y, that has got a total of a number that is going to be less than what a comparable home that is already done and finished would look like.
I'm Rob Hart.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Folks, appliances are big purchases. That's why I recommend Voss TV and Appliance, family-owned since 1960. Megan, Tracy, the entire Voss team are experts. They know appliances and TVs inside and out. They take the guesswork of shopping and provide helpful advice before, during, and after your purchase. Having knowledgeable people on your side that you can trust matters. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed. Hey, folks, Marty here for Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. It's grilling season for the best burgers and lamb chops. I'm telling you, Salem's is the joint. The lamb chops are marinated to perfection with unbeatable flavor. And if you want juicy, mouth-watering burgers, you just gotta go to Salem's. All their meats are from locally sourced farms. Check out their entire menu at salemsmarketgrill.com. 2923 Penn Avenue in the Strip. Trust me, it's worth the trip to Salem. Hey, folks, it's Marty. Turning 65? Are you overwhelmed by Medicare options? With over 60 plans to choose from, it's easy to get confused. MediConnect is hosting free in-person workshops across Pittsburgh for answers you need. No obligation, just advice. Whether you have questions about coverage, prescriptions, retirement goals, MediConnect's team will assist in finding the right plan for you. Call 888-818-6334. 888-818-6334. Medicare made simple. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, my friend?
Oh, what's up as we're looking around the area roads with the PennDOT cameras, Marty, seeing some slow-go traffic for you. If you're coming across the Fort Duquesne Bridge and bearing to the right there to head onto the the North Shore Expressway over toward 279 and 28, there's that merge point where folks are trying to get over to head to 28 or maybe to the off-ramp at Chestnut Street, and right now it's pretty tight and sluggish for you there. You have delays coming off of that Fort Duquesne Bridge ramp there. Parkway West on the inbound ride, it's a little bit better than it was during our last report, slowing now right around that Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. 28 southbound is heavy for you, approaching the 31st Street Bridge, and it stays stop and go down past that off-ramp for East Ohio Street. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A pleasant afternoon with sunshine dimmed by some high clouds at times. The high temperature 79, partly cloudy tonight, though 65. Intervals of clouds and sun tomorrow. There may be a shower in places, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
It pains me when I get emails from folks who've been ripped off or scammed. I saw a video on local television last night with some folks that got ripped off by a pool contractor. And it's like $150,000 to get a pool in these days, a good pool. And this guy just took most of their money and left, and they can't find him. And now they charge him, which is fine. But I have a history with this stuff, and I've been down this road. I have chased contractors down the street who owed people money and got them to agree to make a payment plan of some sort. Because most of the time, if a contractor doesn't show up to do your job and he took your money, he's broke. Most of the time, when you sue them, they're broke. I'm just keeping it real. They changed their name, and I know I like the Attorney General's office, but very rarely, I'm just keeping this stuff honest, very rarely do contractors go to jail, and very rarely do they make good on the money they owe. I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm saying we as adults have to check. And it irritates me to a degree because it's kind of lazy stuff. And what irritates me a lot is the folks that get ripped off. They'll say stuff to me like, yeah, he was my nephew's friend. Okay. Did you call 3 references? No. Okay. How much did he want down? Half. Okay. Did you do any kind of background on him at all? Did you check his Google? No. Okay. And then they get ripped off like this pool guy who ripped off these poor folks, and good luck getting that money back. The guy had a horrible record, had all the, you can check how many cases they have against them. No one, I don't know what it is. Patrick, jump in here. What is it? Are they lazy? Do they trust too much? There's some guy with a truck.
It's a little of both.
There's some guy with a truck and like a wheelbarrow. Give them a good deal so they can't pass up the good deal. I mean, it kind of irritates me because so much of it is obvious stuff, Patrick.
It's all the above. And, you know, a lot of times we're not talking about, a couple $100.
Oh, no.
People are doing this with thousands of dollars.
Well, the pool thing was over 100,000.
Oh.
Hey, one of the most successful guys I know, he was our business partner. You know what I'm talking about, Patrick. He has
sure do.
An insane house on my street. One of the most beautiful houses I've ever seen. It has an 8-foot, they dug 8 feet into the basement to build this crazy, club down there. But before that happened, a contractor that he trusted took $500,000 of his and left town. This guy's brilliant. there's no kind of level of ignorance test that people fail, but they fail it. And I just think, Patrick, they're lazy. I think they assume too much. I mean, Patrick, what's it take to call 3 people and say, I want to come by and see the work they did? I mean, how hard is that, man? Huh?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
And 20 minutes of phone calls can save you thousands of dollars from getting burned.
Come on, man. So to that end, someone I trust implicitly and runs a hell of a business and deals with complaints better than any person I've ever seen, Sam the man with Cousins. How are you, brother?
What's up, Marty?
How are you, man?
Hey, Marty. Hey, Patrick.
I'm singing a tune that you're very familiar with because you run up against people who get ripped off all the time, right, Sam?
Yeah, constantly.
It's not. You're laughing because it happens so much. And
it's I don't mean to laugh in that way, but like
Right.
it gets kind of comical because it's like the same mistake you see over and over and over again.
Some doofus with a truck pulls up to their house. Sam's people go there and say, well, the job's 40 grand. The doofus with the truck says, I'll do it for 11. They give the doofus with the truck 10 grand and they never see him again. I'm exaggerating to make a point, Sam, but that does happen, doesn't it, sir?
It happens a lot. It's either that or they show up, they do a day of work, and then they quit.
Or they suck at it. Or they suck at it, Sam.
Yeah.
Like Sam, that swimming pool thing irritates me because it's so easy to check out a pool contractor. And this guy walked away, and they literally had to go into their 401k and cancel the vacations just to get the damn pool finished. And pools are expensive as hell. But all they had to check was this guy had like 20 civil suits against him. What is it, Sam? Are people just lazy or stupid, or what is it, man?
I don't know. I think a lot of times people get into it and maybe they haven't done home improvement before and it's their first time and they just don't know better. I've seen it happen with a lot of people, or they do get, wooed away by the low number and they just think about price, and you end up paying twice for bad work, basically. So, I mean, it's why we're doing this right now, right? We're trying to tell people, like, hey, there's a better way to go about this. Don't let it happen to you.
Plus, here's also, this is what's irritating. So a guy like you is backed up for 4 months. So I say to my wife, screw it. Let's hire Lenny and Louie over there. They'll be here Monday. But if Lenny and Louie are available on Monday and you hired them Friday, Lenny and Louie suck. I mean, is that fair, Sam?
Yeah.
I mean, is that fair for me to say?
It's like no one wants to go to the restaurant that doesn't have a line, right?
Boom.
It's the same thing. And I don't know why when it comes to contracting, like, people sometimes lose their heads. And you would never go into a restaurant that's got no cars and no one inside and no one out front. You'd say, oh man, their food must suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam Milligan with callthecousins.com. Callthecousins.com. I'm going to tell you a personal story and why I love him and we've become good friends and why I trust him. So there isn't a contractor alive or a doctor alive or a restaurateur alive or a car dealer alive or a bank alive or a diamond. There is no one out there that doesn't get complaints. They don't exist in space and time. If Jesus were alive, people would complain about Jesus. Okay? Fine. And Sam and his people were slammed. I'm not defending them, I'm just saying. Woman came to me, Marty, I love you. I heard you talking to Sam. Sam's the man. We hired him. Sam sucks. It's basically what she said. Their company didn't do what they're supposed to do. And I sense, I don't judge. Do I, Sam? I just said, look, I love you, man, but can you talk to this woman? That's how it went down, isn't it?
Yep, that's exactly how it happened.
And let me say this. This is 2 days ago. I sent her that message. My man will hook you up. She sent me a note this morning. She's never been so happy in her life because your people stepped up and did everything they asked. My point is, Sam, when you have a complaint and you're a contractor and you're busy like you are and you have 700 balls in the air, how do you address it? What's the best way?
Yeah, so it's as crazy as it sounds. There's no complex formula. It's just you just have to be willing to have those conversations and not run away. And I've seen a lot of contractors, I've known contractors that will get a complaint and they'll run away from it or delay it. The way we treat those, because like you said, nobody's perfect. We're gonna have mistakes, but it's how you act in that in that moment. And when you do have a complaint, how are you going to address it? And that's all it was.
What did you do with her? What did you do with her?
Like as soon as I got that message from you, I said, okay, we obviously have an upset customer here, and I called her, and we were on the phone for 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
I apologized for their frustrations to that point. I got the list that she needed taken care of, and I got guys going out Tuesday, and then I'm going out later that week just to check on everything, make sure that they're happy after the fact.
Nice.
And that's it. It's not rocket science, but it's just being willing to deal with those issues when they come up. And like you said, I'm happy to hear that she's really happy now. But that's it's the first time that's happened. It's not going to be the last time. But again, it's how you deal with it. And, 99% of our projects go very well. And there's going to be times when issues come up or things get missed or maybe someone didn't call in time or the crew showed up a little bit late. But again, it's all how you deal with it. Don't run away from it. Don't try to, act like it didn't happen. Just deal with it in the moment. And usually people are very understanding and they'll let you make it right. And thankfully, Lisa, I shouldn't say her name, but thankfully she let us make it right in the circumstance. And as far as I know, we're gonna be all good to go.
Sam, the man, callthecousins.com. Before you go, people always say, well, I'm going to sue him. Sam, they're always broke. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but Sam, most of these guys are always broke. And they'll change their name 3 or 4 times. So my point is, once you give them that money, it's like those damn Nigerian scams. 99% of the time, you ain't getting squat back. Right, Sam?
Nothing. No, I've never seen actually paid out. I've seen people win lawsuits against contractors and never get paid. The month's gone. So it doesn't matter. You're just going to eat up legal fees. You're going to get a judgment, but then they'll never pay because the money is
Ever.
And then, like you said, they'll open up a different business with a different name, get a different license, and be back out there doing the same thing to other people.
And Sam, all they have to do is seriously say, Mr. Griffin, could I have 4 people that you've done work for? Could I have their number? If the guy's like, hang up. If you can't talk firsthand, don't do it.
I tell people it should be overwhelming evidence.
Right on.
Overwhelming body of work. We talked about this before. Don't hire the kitchen guy to do your deck. Don't hire, and I know that happens a lot too. And sometimes the contractor isn't really doing it out of ill will, but he's like, oh yeah, I just did your kitchen. It's beautiful. Sure, a deck's easy. And then they get into it and they're failing inspections and they ordered the wrong stuff. And it's, so you have that happen too, but it's, overwhelming body of work. Don't let them practice on your house.
Hey, my man, if the contractor has a YouTube channel on your back deck on how to build a deck, call the police. Cancel the check. Sam, you're my man. Callthecousins.com. Thanks, brother.
All right. Thanks, Marty. Take it easy, man.
It's a huge, huge issue, folks. Just ask for real references. At least 3, I'd go 4 or 5, and you talk to them yourself. And if you don't, go somewhere else. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is in North Versailles Township. We have an accident. This is in the 1200 block of Lincoln Highway, Route 30. And it's between it looks like anyway, the intersections with Isaac and Jacob Streets there. So heads up if you're trying to travel in that area. Big heads up on the Parkway West. I don't have any accidents in your way. We've been looking with the PennDOT cameras. But traffic is very heavy getting up onto the lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge, crawling across the bridge toward the outbound Fort Pitt tunnels. Once you clear the tunnels, everything rolls well. Now, the inbound side, a different story there, though. You're backing at the top of Green Tree Hill and very slow go all the way down to and through those Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Starting a home improvement project? Before you build a deck, plant a tree, or put up a fence, remember to call 811. Professionals from Underground Utilities like Peoples will mark your lines with flags so you can dig safely. Whether you're doing the work yourself or hiring a professional, calling 811 before you dig is free for homeowners. And it's the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig to keep you and your family safe. Peoples, an essential utilities company.
Hope is not a strategy. Investments are not a retirement strategy. Market volatility, rising taxes, healthcare costs can quietly erode a lifetime of savings if you're not prepared. This is Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We're helping families every day create structured retirement income plans designed for clarity, stability, and long-term confidence. To learn more, you can claim a copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments and our children and retirement and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Colin Dunlap takes the show on the road in support of the Wiener 100 race at EQT Park. As part of the Bark in the Park night on August 4th before the Wild Things game. 7 races, 7 dogs, and KDKA Radio. Find out if your wiener dog is eligible to race by clicking on the events page at KDKARadio.com. Hot dogs, baseball, the Wiener 100 race, and Colin Dunlap. Only on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's that time of year when people consider updating their windows. How long has it been they don't open or shut properly? The screens are gone or ruined? It's worth a call to check in with Rick Fish, the owner of Specialty Window and Door, in business in Pittsburgh since 1980. Now Rick is offering $50 off per window and $200 off any entry door. If you want real experts, not just general contractors who do it on the side, visit specialtywindowanddoor.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Talking about contractors, I got to get to 2 big deals here. A deal that actually Patrick exposed when he drove in the Pittsburgh Mills Mall, and he shot a video. How long ago was that, Patrick? It was over a year, right?
Yeah, I think we're almost 2 years now.
And they had 2 million views and got a lot of people crazed about the moon craters around that ridiculous roadway up there owned by that goofy company. And
around the Mills Mall.
Yep. That allegedly run the Mills Mall. NORAD. NAMDAR. They're like Oz. The all-knowing, powerful Oz. They hide behind this wall. No one knows who they are. But I have information coming in right now from people in Fraser Township. And this is actually for folks who live out there and who have been battling. How much in fines have they been charged with? Is it like 20 million? Huh?
Yeah, it was like 18, 19 million, somewhere in there.
They blew everyone off until the long arm of the law. Mr. Zappala got his boys, his attack dogs, to latch onto their leg. Good for them. I'm serious, man. That's what it takes with some of these damn contractors. Shady, grimy, And these are billion-dollar companies, man. They don't give an F about the mall, the people around it, anyone, until the palace said, you know what I'm going to do, big man? I'm going to put you in handcuffs and bring you to jail. And he means it. So, Namdar agreed to pay for millions of dollars, and I have the numbers right here, in paving around the Mills Mall. Patrick, they're meeting with Fraser Township people right now as we speak. The paving will start August 3rd. Heavy equipment is moving in as we speak. So, what did it take to get these idiots, and I mean that in the nicest way, to do their damn job? Lawmen, big-time player lawmen had to say, okay, we're going to come to New York and arrest your ass. That's how bad it is. Fast forward. McKeesport took a walk through these nasty apartments, HUD-owned apartments. Same thing, different company, billionaires in New York, refused to help those poor people. They got fecal matter. They got exposed wire. They got busted pipes. It's disgusting. Until we took a walk through there and 250,000 people saw that video, including the low-life billionaires in New York who own it. Guess what they're doing? Right now, as we speak, contractors are walking through those buildings in McKeesport to make it right. Why? Not because of Marty Griffin. Because the long arm of the law was about to reach up there, you know what, and charge them criminally if they didn't do their damn job. What's my point? My point is, unless you threaten them, grab them by the throat and lift them up and say, I'm going to charge you and put you in handcuffs, rich guy, they blow people off. And the exposure, the videos, make a difference, as that one has. And it's my honor and privilege to work in conjunction with the mayor out there and the police chief out there in McKeesport to get this ball rolling. The mayor sent me notes this morning. There are contractors walking through that building right now, preparing to do the work they promised to do for this developer in New York. If they don't, they're going to see the wrath of Steve Zappala. God bless them for having the men with the fortitude and the big you-know-whats to do it. I love it. I love it.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for moms.
Summer's here. The sun is shining, the road is calling, and there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride at Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. Whether you're planning beach trips, family vacations, or just enjoying every mile of summer, Bowser Chevrolet has the Chevy you've been waiting for. And right now at Bowser Chevrolet, qualifying buyers can drive home with 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, no payments until Labor Day. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $490 applies, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Come to Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville and take a test drive. That's the power of Bowser.
Well, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
When summer heat hits, the right replacement windows will help your home feel more comfortable. At PJ Fitzpatrick, you get American-made, energy-efficient windows that are beautiful, affordable, and built to last. That's PJ Fitzpatrick, backed by 45 years of experience, thousands of five-star reviews, and a lifetime materials and labor guarantee. Schedule your free design consultation at trustpj.com. That's trustpj.com.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Marty.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
70 with overcast skies at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Pennsylvania lawmakers in the House and Senate have passed differing sentencing guidelines for second-degree murder. News Radio KDK's Pat Septak explains.
What this means is that the General Assembly will not meet today's deadline to respond to a state Supreme Court opinion overturning mandatory life sentences for second-degree murder as unconstitutional. The House narrowly passed a bill Thursday with no maximum sentence. Instead, sentences would reflect a person's level of responsibility. Attorney General Dave Sunday urged the House to reject that bill, calling its penalties grossly inadequate. After the House passed the legislation, Allegheny County District Attorney Stephen Zappala filed a petition for a 120-day extension so state lawmakers can reach an agreement on sentencing guidelines. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
A man is dead following an early morning shooting in the Hill District. Police called to the Bedford dwellings around 3 a.m. found a man with a gunshot wound in the back. He was rushed to a hospital and died about 45 minutes later. His identity has yet to be released. And McKnight Road was closed for about 4 hours last night in Ross Township after a fatal incident. Police say a 15-year-old boy was struck by a vehicle a few minutes before 10 p.m. in the 5,000 block of McKnight. It was closed between Siebert Road and Patrick Place as police investigated. The medical examiner's office says Michael Wade of Brighton Heights died at a hospital. McKnight Road reopened at around 2 a.m. A series of explosions sounded today near a military base hosting U.S. forces in northern Iraq, and sirens rang out in Bahrain hours after the American military said it finished a 13th night of strikes against Iran. And in a new development, President Trump told Axios he is considering a new massive attack. Here's more from ABC's Karen Waugh.
Senior tell ABC News the options include strikes as large as Operation Epic Fury's opening days, possibly even bigger. After Iranian allied Houthis in Yemen struck 2 Saudi ships in the Red Sea, the president warning if they do this again, major military punishment will be inflicted upon Iran and the Houthis.
Also, President Trump's latest set of tariffs went into effect at midnight. The administration announcing extra tariffs of 10 to 12.5% on more than 60 countries. President Trump says the nation's failed to adequately enforce a ban on goods made with forced labor. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 149 points at 51,861. The S&P is now up 18 points, and the Nasdaq is up 70, make that down 79. KDKA Sports, the Bucks are opening a 3-game series with the Cubs tonight at 6:40. The Pirates 1 game away from a wild card spot. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. Time to call Dina Schmid and Michael Coleman with One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 if you recently lost your health insurance or don't have coverage to an employer. 72 and overcast in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. Born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyer since 2015.
The super summer savings continue at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, boneless chicken tenders are $1.99 a pound. In the produce department, fresh sweet blueberries, 1-pint packages, 2 for $4. In our deli, plain or garlic Eckrich bologna is $3.99 a pound. And additional savings this week, selected varieties of Stone Ridge Creamery ice cream, 48-ounce cartons, $2.99 each.
At Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Boston Consulting Group in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania seeks a project leader/principal to manage the design and development of business strategies, including managing case team responsibilities and overseeing business development, client relationships, project planning, and the preparation of outputs. Candidates must have a master's degree or foreign education equivalent in business administration, management science, or a quantitative field related to a BCG client industry, plus 3 years of experience as a management consultant, business analyst, or quantitative analyst, which must include at least 1 year in management strategy. BCG will alternatively accept a bachelor's degree or foreign education equivalent in business administration, management science, or quantitative field related to a BCG client industry, and 5 years of experience, as previously stated, which must include at least 1 year in management strategy. Partial telecommute benefit available. Domestic or international travel is required up to 80% based on company/client need. Multiple positions are available. Submit resume to bcgplp@bcg.com. Reference position number PLPIT-F26. Again, Boston Consulting Group in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania seeks a project leader/principal to manage the design and development of business strategies, including managing case team responsibilities and overseeing business development, client relationships, project planning, and the preparation of outputs. Multiple positions are available. Submit resume to bcgplp@bcg.com. Reference position number PLPIT-F26. That's resume to bcgplp@bcg.com. Reference position number PLPIT-F26.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser, my friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, what's up, Marty? Is the detour routes around the Commercial Street Bridge are a little bit slow in spots. So right now, that interstate detour using Penn Avenue through Wilkinsburg and Fifth Avenue through Oakland is kind of heavy and busy. It'll cost you 35 minutes out of your day as you come from the eastern suburbs and Monroeville, the like, and head into downtown that way. If you're using the Turnpike over to Route 28 southbound, that's a 30-minute ride, and the local detour through the eastern suburbs is about a 32-minute trek. Looking at the Parkway West right now, it's heavy the whole way down the front side of Green Tree Hill. And earlier we had an accident on southbound 28 approaching the 31st Street Bridge. Looks like we have some residual slowdowns there. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine through the rest of today will be dimmed by high clouds. Our high temperature gets to 79. Then partly cloudy tonight, though 65. Partly sunny tomorrow. There is a risk for a shower at any time. Tomorrow's high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli.
On Tuesday, a criminal convinced a woman to deposit thousands of dollars in an ATM at the county treasurer's office. An imposter claiming to be an Allegheny County Sheriff's deputy claimed this woman missed jury duty, said there were charges against her, and the way to clear things up was only to pay $2,000 and speak to a judge later to get her money back. Also this week, the wife of an Odyssey Pittsburgh coworker got a call about missing jury duty. The so-called officer told her to come to the courthouse, and when she refused, he threatened to have her arrested. That's where the call ended. While the outcomes of the calls were different, the con is the same, putting someone in a state of panic. If you have a relative who could become a target, tell them what to be prepared for. Scammers will create a sense of urgency with threats requiring immediate action, and they will demand payment by unusual means like gift cards, cryptocurrency, wire transfers, or payment apps like Venmo. Finally, don't forget the Sheriff's Office will never demand payment by phone or by an unusual method.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Okay, so big story out of Jersey this week regarding voting. It's actually fascinating. They found as many as 6,600, this actually shocked me, non-U.S. citizens registered to vote in Jersey. That's crazy. How about that? Because of a software flaw. The governor said, now, what's kind of cool is they found the problem, admitted the problem, and corrected the problem. But it does suggest that there is a problem. the governor said that 400 of those folks voted. Okay? Now, this has been like front and center for Trump, this whole notion that all these elections are rigged, which is not true. But this does point out a flaw in the ointment. And then there's this letter that I got from one of my boys, one of the best attorneys in existence, Tom King. Let me read this and get to my guest. The Department of Homeland Security, we just posted it, is responsible for immigration enforcement and protecting election infrastructure. Both of those responsibilities are critical in my mission to protect the homeland. This is from the Secretary of Homeland Security. I'm writing to make you aware of the concerning results of a recent analysis of Pennsylvania's publicly available voter registration databases. Preliminary reviews of the records revealed as many as 14,000, this is crazy, 14,576 non-citizens registered to vote in PA. How about that? As an example, we found 8,594 Pennsylvania registrants for whom the name, date of birth, address, and social match a non-citizen in our files. Huh. How about that? Right in the middle of this is political insider and activist Scott Pressler. Scott, good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. Thank you so much for having me.
My man, appears we have a problem, sir.
We do. We do. And I think it may be, Marty, more than 14,000.
Let's start with 14. How did they find this and how does it happen?
Well, here's an example of the proof that we're getting, Marty. So it's two different things. The Department of Homeland Security has a website called the WOW website, which is the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens that have been arrested for really heinous crimes.
Wow.
And you can filter it, Marty, by state on the DHS WOW website. So you know what I did? I thought to myself, what if some of these non-citizens are registered to vote? And one by one, I began plugging in the WOW worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens into Al Schmidt's Pennsylvania Department of State voter rolls.
Nice.
And sure enough, ping after ping after ping, I'm finding literal illegal aliens actively registered on the voter rolls. But Marty, there's more to the story, and actually, this is really breaking news, and I'm breaking this with you for the first time on the radio. There's something called a non-juror list. A non-juror list. Sorry, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, man, we're cool.
Yes. A non-juror list includes disqualified individuals that cannot serve on the jury for reasons either they passed away, unfortunately, or they have an illness, a medical reason, or they're a non-citizen. And so, as required by state law in Pennsylvania, the jury commission for every county shall maintain those records and list the reasons for disqualification. But here's the most important part. They are open to public inspection. So, as an example, Chester would not give us the non-juror list, including non-citizens. So, we threatened to sue them. We now found we have the complete, unredacted, full non-juror list for Chester County, right outside of Philly, and we have found 3,566 non-citizens that have received jury summons.
Oh, my goodness.
So now what we're doing, 3,500.
Whoa.
And so we're going through and coupling now with the voter rolls to determine how many of those people are registered and how many have voted.
We'll be able to, beyond that, did any of them sit on juries?
That is illegal, unlawful for non-citizens to sit on juries.
But did they? They were called.
These people have self-reported as a non-citizen, so assumedly they have not done so. They self-reported as non-citizen.
So now you're trying to find out how many of them voted.
Correct.
Wow. And then how does this happen? How do they get on this non-juror list? How the hell do they fall through the cracks like this, Scott?
Well, there are a couple different ways. different pathways. One of them is from paying taxes, which is a good thing. I'm glad to hear people are paying their taxes. Another way is from the voter rolls. Another way is from the DMV, where, by the way, when you register to vote your vehicle to get your driver's license, it does offer automatic voter registration thanks to Governor Shapiro in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Political activist Scott Pressler. Scott Tay. So in Jersey, they found, almost 7,000. They said almost 400 of those folks voted. Are you concerned, as I would be, and I am now that you're breaking this news, that some of these folks voted and or plan to vote in November?
Yes. Well, as you mentioned, and this is from Governor Mikey Sherrill, to anyone listening to Marty's program right now, this is not the right saying this. This is not Fox News. This is not conspiracy. Democrat elected Governor Mikey Sherrill out of New Jersey was the one that broke the news of 6,600 non-citizens being registered and 400. And I have to say this, Marty, I want to be clear. I want every lawful American to vote. And to every person that's listening, that's a woman, that is a black person, that is a minority, that is a union worker, that is a veteran, any illegal alien voting disenfranchises minority voices.
Oh, this has to be addressed and fixed. Hey, man, can you hang?
Yes.
Can you hang for a minute?
Yes, I can hang, Marty.
Take a break. I love this stuff. Can it have a consequence in an election? Hey, man, irrelevant. If you got hundreds and maybe thousands of people doing this, voting this way, we got to fix that yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, what's up, Marty? Is we've had an accident on 28 southbound as you approach the 31st Street Bridge, and because of that, you'll find southbound traffic to be slow, beginning before the Millvale interchange as you head down to town that way. So just keep that in mind if that's part of your commute. And we do have the Parkway West inbound quite heavy, not long after you crest the top of Green Tree Hill and head down the front side into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Things are moving well behind the Liberty tunnels on 51 and 19. We're seeing some heavy traffic on Route 837 East Carson Street between the Glenwood Bridge interchange and the intersection with Becks Run Road. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina with your KFC weekend weather update. On Saturday, expect partly sunny skies with a high of 80. Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 83. Introducing the KFC $10 bucket of the day deal. Now every weekday you get a different bucket of crispy, crunchy chicken for just $10 each. 24 nuggets, $10, 8 piece, $10, 10 wings, $10, 8 tenders, $10, only at KFC. Prices and participation may vary while supplies last.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Folks, you know how I feel about CCAC. I know 2 nurses right now, no debt, working right now at UPMC CCAC grads. Check this out. They also offer 17 degree programs and 15 certificate programs completed online through their virtual campus. They cover the same content as on-campus or hybrid classes and are taught by CCAC faculty. Check it out. CCAC rocks.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free. And 48 months with 0% interest. Same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 412-545-6003. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Get Marty is brought to you by Perry Calder Law. When it matters most, contact Perry Calder Law.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Too hot to cook? Treat the family to an Italian meal that reminds you of Mama's cooking at Monticello's. Find one of Monticello's 6 locations to enjoy an affordable lunch or dinner. The combination of great food, family, or friends is the perfect recipe for an enjoyable night out. Serving over 175 million slices of their delicious pizza since 1981, come home to Monticello's. Your table is waiting. Dine in, take out, or delivery available. Visit Monticellos.com.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Actually, kind of an astounding letter sent from the Department of Homeland Security to PAs, to folks in PA, the Pennsylvania Secretary of State, saying, hey, you got approximately 15,000 non-citizens registered to vote. And they're right in the middle of this fight to expose this, and I love it, is activist Scott Pressler. What do we do next, brother? How do we stop this madness?
Thank you, Marty. Well, I do have to point out one thing, though. If it weren't for the Department of Homeland Security making that letter public and basically telling governors and Department of States, if you allow for non-citizens to vote, we're coming after you.
I like it.
You know, with the full extent of the law.
No, I like it.
I don't think Governor Mikey Sherrill would have ever brought this to the attention of the nation. And so what we're going to do is in PA, where I live, we're going to continue to hunt down the non-juror list for all 67 counties.
Nice.
And any county that doesn't give them to us, we're going to sue the pants off of them.
My man, are you going to dig into Allegheny County? Because I'd love if you throw that at me, brother.
Well, you know what, Marty? I'm going to be in Philly this week in person. I'm going to be in Allegheny County going to the courthouse. I'm going to Erie County going to the courthouse. And you can guarantee that I will be inspecting in person from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh.
My man, do you think some of these folks are actually voting?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have found them actively registered and voting. And in fact, out of Philadelphia, the DOJ just prosecuted a man by the name of Mahadi Sacco, who voted as an illegal alien in 5 presidential elections. 5.
Wow.
So, yes, we are finding these people that are non-jurors that are both actively registered and voting. And you know what the best part is, Marty? Despite the fact of whether the Department of State tries to cover up this information, we have something called L2 data. And even if information is wiped out of the Department of State, we have info that will let us know whether or not somebody was voting or registered, and that data never goes away.
My man,
so there
I know
will
you
be
gotta
no
go.
cover-up.
This is important stuff. I love that you're here.
Yes.
Stay in touch, my man. As soon as you hear about Allegheny County, we'll meet you down there. Thanks, my man. Appreciate you, Scott.
Can't wait. Thanks, Marty.
It's actually fascinating. It really is. So he actually explained it, right, through paying taxes, and you end up on these non-juror lists. And in Jersey, they found that 400 had voted. I like young men like him who dig. I like it when they come up with results. I like his aggressive attitude. And I think we need to get to the bottom of it. Could it affect the outcome of an election? I don't know. Is it an argument for voter ID? That's what Trump would say. That's what most Republicans would say. And that's what we're getting on the live stream. Who says we don't need voter ID? But what I do know is they have found non-citizens on these non-juror lists. And it starts there now. Now they're trying to find out if they're voting and how we stop that. Historically, in my experience and in my relationship with the DA's office here in Allegheny County, there has never been, and I mean never, ever been any evidence of any significant voter fraud, ever. Steve Zappala's been in office as long as I've been in this chair. And Steve, last time we spoke, has prosecuted under 10 voter fraud cases in his entire career. I'm not suggesting we don't have illegals. I'm just suggesting that it's not an election-changing problem. However, to Scott's point, and I love the young man, and I love his attitude, and in follow-up to what happened in Jersey where they found a problem and found some people had voted, it's got to be fixed, man. Because what Trump does is he sows the seed of doubt that all elections are rigged unless he wins, and that the midterms will be rigged unless Republicans win. But we have to give you the belief that the system that we have in place right now is legit, incredible, and working. And certainly that letter to Homeland Security, which from Homeland Security to the Secretary of State here in PA, raises some red flags. Does it not, Patrick? It kind of makes you wonder how this happens and how they can kick these folks out of the possibility of voting, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And, you know, it tells you we definitely need more scrutiny.
Yeah.
We need more eyeballs seeing what's going on.
I like what Scott's doing. I think it's wonderful. Do I think there's some conspiracy to rig an election? No. No. Is there massive voter fraud? Hell no. And you know, I like to say this, prove me wrong. Is this an issue that needs to be fixed? Absolutely. And I'm enthralled with the possibility that we could expose some of it. Great job, Scott Pressler, who's now making a national press tour. A lot of folks are interested in what he has to say and what he's found.
Hey, I'm Sam. And I'm Calvin, with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Calvin, you know what I love most about this job? That moment when the job's done. Maybe it's a new roof, upgraded siding, or a deck that makes you want to be outside, and you see that look on the customer's face.
Yeah, man, that never gets old. The care, the clean work, no shortcuts. And that's just how these Cousins have been doing it ever since Grandma's garage.
And that's not changing. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day my people. Hey, folks, it's Marty. In my Get Marty segments, I hear from people all the time that have issues with debt. Check this out. If you're having problems with your debt, my friend Harold Shepley can help you right now.
Absolutely. We are a full-service debt relief law firm. We can help you negotiate your debt so you can avoid bankruptcy, or we can file bankruptcy if that's what's necessary for you and your family.
And the truth is, my man, it's not a hopeless situation.
Absolutely not. We're here to get people back on their feet.
I've seen them win, case after case after case. ShepleyLaw.com.
Pittsburgh, are you ready to relive the magic? Almost Queen. A tribute to Queen is taking the stage at Rivers Casino on Friday, September 18th. Experience the look, the power, and all the legendary hits all in one place. From Bohemian Rhapsody to Another One Bites the Dust, you'll be dancing all night long. Visit riverscasino.com for tickets and don't miss Almost Queen, a tribute to Queen live. We'll see you there.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
72 and overcast at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Police in North Strabane Township are cracking down on dangerous driving. Here's News Radio KDKA's Pat Septak.
Over the last 2 weeks, the North Strabane Township Police Department conducted a traffic study along Waterdam Road, a windy road located in a residential area where children play. Police say in recent years, the road has become somewhat of a local raceway. Case in point, they conducted hundreds of traffic stops on Waterdam Road, with excessive speeding being the primary offense. It's a 35-mile-per-hour road, but in one case, police pulled over a driver going over double the limit at 85 miles per hour. The police department says it will continue to aggressively monitor and enforce the speed limit there. On their Facebook page, the department posted this message: drive like your kids live there. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
Fraser Township officials say Namdar Realty Group has agreed, after years of neglect, to pave roads at Pittsburgh Mills. The mall complex is known for its potholes and deteriorating roads that damage vehicles and cause collisions. A Trib Live report says an agreement with Namdar does not, however, include the mall's parking lots or sidewalks. Many big cities are struggling with finances and shrinking tax bases, but as News Radio KDK's Paul Alexander reports, a borough north of Pittsburgh may have a blueprint to turn things around.
Slippery Rock Mayor John David Longo took office in 2018. He inherited a $1 million deficit. Since then, the debt is gone, and 43 new businesses are now on the Slippery Rock tax rolls. He tells KDK's Colin Dunlap they focused on economic development and responsible government spending.
So by cutting fees for businesses, cleaning up blight, making it easier to open a business and removing a lot of bureaucratic red tape, which we also did by revisiting our code and zoning, our revenues are going to go up, and cities can do that as well.
Longo says he also expanded the police department and continues to focus on ways to make people want to come here, want to live here, and want to stay here. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 371 points at 52,082. The S&P now up 40 points, and the Nasdaq is now, for the first time in trading, up right now 14 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, Marty here for Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. It's grilling season for the best burgers and lamb chops. I'm telling you, Salem's is the joint. The lamb chops are marinated to perfection with unbeatable flavor. And if you want juicy, mouth-watering burgers, you just got to go to Salem's. All their meats are from locally sourced farms. Check out their entire menu at salemsmarketgrill.com. 2923 Penn Avenue in the Strip. Trust me, it's worth the trip to Salem.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Big box appliance and TV stores move volumes of product. They're not focused on you. You know who is? My friends at Voss TV and Appliance are family owned and customer focused since 1960. Rick, Matt, the entire team, experts. They know appliances and TVs inside and out. Voss has a huge selection of brands. Their own team does delivery and installation. And Voss's prices are amazing. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Marty, is we do have plenty of delays in a couple of spots, and we have the travel times for you around the Commercial Street Bridge closure. 511pa.com has them too. You can check them out there. That interstate detour through Wilkinsburg and Oakland, even though we're seeing some heavy traffic for you on Penn Avenue through the business district there in Wilkinsburg, it's only a 30-minute ride for you as you come inbound from the eastern suburbs and Monroeville toward the Golden Triangle. 34 minutes is what it'll take you to get through Swissvale, Rankin, Homestead, and Squirrel Hill. Lots of traffic lights and stop signs on that one, so it's our heaviest route right now. If you're taking the Turnpike westbound to 28 southbound, that's a 31-minute ride out of your day, even with residual delays around an earlier accident approaching the 31st Street Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine through varying amounts of high clouds the rest of today. Our high temperature 79 and partly cloudy tonight, low 65. Intervals of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. There can be a shower, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for name brand furniture. Stop in and compare their quality and pricing and save. 380 Auction has name brand furniture for less. Before you buy, shop 380 and save on your next furniture purchase. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132 or log on to shop380.com and save.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
This ain't better than John Bon Jovi. Certainly better than David Lee Roth. They bang. He's like 95 years old wearing leather pants. And they're tight. And you see things sagging down by his knees that shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? And that had a horrible impact on his tour. I was about to get in a van with my wife and Patrick and his wife, Beth, and we were going to tour all of his stops. And they bagged the whole tour, much to my dismay. I came across him on social and sent it to one of my friends, Carmen, who owns Cucina Bella, which is a wonderful pizza joint. Wonderful. He has seen them, David Lee Roth and the whole gang. I think, Patrick, he saw them like 100 times. You remember these Carmen stories?
Wow, the David Lee Roth stuff I did not remember. Wow.
So I sent him video of David Lee Roth trying to sing the other day. I said, my man needs to go home. And he has. And good riddance. He's not poor. He's like $300 million. He's a genius at real estate. Go away, David. You'll be okay. I digress.
So I get up really early, as you know. I got up about 4:15 this morning. I go downstairs and I come across this beautiful boy, and I had to grab, and I'm going to get him here in a second. I had to grab my dear friend and spiritual leader, Pastor James Hogan, who always grab his hand when I'm lost spiritually. And I want you to listen to this kid first, and then we're going to talk about this.
Hey y'all, my name's Will Roberts. I'm from Alabama. Could y'all please just sit here and watch this video for a second? I've been fighting osteosarcoma for the last 16 months. It's a very, very, very deadly and very hard to treat bone cancer. And my chemos are just not working. And I've been fighting it for a little bit now, January of 2025. And it's just not much is working. I mean, we've tried basically everything there is, and we're getting towards the end of the road, and I need help. Can y'all please just share this, like, everything y'all can do to help get this video out to either President Donald Trump or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That would just help me so much. My mom's found this drug that could possibly save my life if we get it in time. And chances are this is probably the end of the road for me, and they probably won't get it in time. But if this can help other kids with my cancer, I would love to help in any way I can. But y'all, I'm terrified, just like y'all would be if y'all knew that y'all were about to die. And I've got the cancer is just increasingly spreading. The cancer's all over my body right now and all in my liver. And there's really not much you can do to treat liver cancer. I mean, it's osteosarcoma and it's in my liver too. It's just went everywhere. And I need help. And I've had my face strong this whole time. But, y'all, my mom, she's just been having sleepless nights. Just nights without any sleep. And she's been researching every single night. And I've walked in on her, and like, she's been sleeping in my room because this chemo that I'm on is making me really sick, but it's not very responsive. And, y'all, I've called her a couple of times, and she was just, like, bawling, but she wasn't trying to show it. And, y'all, if y'all could just help get in touch with them or just help get this video out so they can see it, that would be absolutely amazing. I want my life just like anybody does. But even if this won't work out for me, if this drug can get out in the future, I mean, it'll help hundreds of other kids. And I really want it to get out in time for it to help me too. So y'all just please do whatever you can do to get it out. And just thank y'all for watching this.
Anyway, 1 second. He died last night. I think as we get older, we see people die all the time, but they're our age or older, and that's tough. Like, my sister died of pancreatic cancer, and that was horrible, but I can never wrap my arms around boys dying or little girls dying. I just can't get it. And he died last night. What a wonderful boy. And by the way, Dr. Oz thanks, Patrick, for the info. Dr. Oz did try to help him, did try to get him into some trials. He wasn't ignored, and that message did reach the president, who does care. Whether you want to hear that or not is irrelevant to me. I can't wrap my arms around that. The notes are that he entered the gates of heaven and that he's with God. And I think that's the only kind of solace we can find. I had to literally reach out to Hogan, Pastor Hogan, who's one of my boys and has a bunch of kids and a lot of folks who rely on him and deals with this sort of misery all the time. It's particularly difficult, isn't it, my friend, the death of a child, and trying to understand why, isn't it?
it's brutal. It's so difficult. I think the small silver lining in a case like this kid's case is that he was aware it was coming, and you can prepare yourself for the eventuality of your demise. So if you believe in God and you're putting your trust there, you can focus. I bury a lot of kids that die from bullet holes, and they had no chance.
You have
to think about that. They were in the middle of just going about being a teenager, and somebody put a bullet in them, and that's even more terrifying and painful to me. But it's sad this kid's family's got to grieve. One of my best buds works at a cemetery here in the Rocks, well, Kennedy, but every time that they're burying a teenager, he mentions it to me.
So help me. This is really why I reached out to you, because you're so good at this. How do you, because you're the most spiritual guy I know, how do you manage this connection with, they're with God, and we're just supposed to be cool with them dying, and then those that argue if there is a God, why doesn't he reach down and save this kid? And then you've actually had members of your congregation who are kids murdered. How do you manage all that as a man of God without just breaking down and saying, I don't believe in any of this stuff anymore?
Yeah, it's a multiplier to be in an area where it happens frequently. But I think perspective is hard to come up with when we're here on Earth, because we think, the average guy lives to his early 70s, the average lady goes into her mid-70s, maybe 80s.
That's right.
And so that to us is a human lifespan, right? But from an eternal perspective, 1,000 years from now, whether you live to be 16, 32, or 99, it was the finite amount of time that you got on Earth. And if you're right for eternity, then that's all going to seem like, the Bible says this life is but a vapor. And from our perspective, it's not. It's everything we know. But from an eternal perspective, eventually it will seem like that. Like right now, it's probably a little bit difficult for you to remember all the details of what you went through when you were in your cancer fight.
Yeah.
Because as we get older, we minimize emotional stuff so it doesn't hurt us over and over again, and we just lose stuff. But 1,000 years from now, if you're living in eternity, all of this is going to be just a blip on the radar screen.
Hey, that's a beautiful boy, though. I was astounded. It amazes me, and I know you know this. You're around these kids sometimes, and you can't believe how much wisdom they have, and how his mom was the one crying. And my man's asking for meds from the Trump folks, and they did step up. It's amazing how he kept his composure, looking into the camera and saying, yeah, I'm going to be dead soon. Help me out if you can. It's amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah, I was blown away listening to how composed he was. That's probably, 18 months of thinking about this. He's probably cried all the tears he's got. But I was glad to hear Dr. Oz got involved and the Trump administration did. But I remember back, I think it was during his first term, this president issued an executive order to make experimental treatments more available to people.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering what happened, why it was hard for this kid to get approved, if that executive order still exists. But I don't have the details. I'm just curious.
Pastor Hogan, I lose faith, and that's, this is my routine. I can't manage kids dying any more than anyone else can. And I know an oncologist, these are cancer guys, and he worked at a children's hospital in Florida, and I asked him about it. He said, I quit. I can't. I don't care what we say, what we do, what we pray, man. There's a special pain when kids die, isn't there, sir?
There is, for sure.
Yeah.
And it hurts when we lose people of any age. Tabitha and I were driving through Wheeling a couple days ago, and she said, "When's the last time you were in Wheeling?" And I looked at my daughter and said, "Honestly, the last time I was down here was for Marty's sister's funeral."
Yep.
Yeah, and she said, "How was that?" I said, "It was powerful, but it was painful."
It is.
And she wasn't a spring chicken, but it still hurts.
Right on, man. My man, thanks, brother.
Hey, make it a great day. Tell Patrick I said, hey, if you can't hear me, all right?
He can hear you. My man, Pastor Hogan, always finds a bright light on a cloudy day, man. He's a brilliant man. Thank you for that. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, as we're looking toward the weekend here and some activity and restrictions that you'll find on I-579. That's the very small piece of interstate that connects the Veterans Bridge to the Liberty Bridge. And they'll be doing some inspection of the structure that carries Center Avenue over 579. So from 7 tomorrow morning until 3 tomorrow afternoon. And then again on Sunday, you will find traffic shifts and lane restrictions in that area. Just a heads up, during those hours tomorrow, they plan to work, weather permitting, on the northbound side of 579, so that's heading toward the Vets Bridge. They'll flip the script, and on Sunday, they'll be back 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the southbound or the Liberty Bridge-bound side of that stretch of highway. Plan accordingly. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, it's Pony, back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. A Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or schedule us at COMERCross.com.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Nate Bargatze.
It's a lot to have two dogs, because you got to open the back door and let two dogs out.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. PPG Paints Arena, July 30th and 31st. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Pennsylvania's largest workers' compensation law firm by headcount plans to open a second Pittsburgh area office and has hired an attorney from Marshall Dennehy to lead the charge. Philadelphia-based Panlahaki Giordano announced that Ryan Hawk has joined as partner and is tasked with launching and leading a new South Hills office located at 650 Washington Road. It'll be the firm's second location in Pittsburgh, which it entered in 2016. The other office is at 180 Swingerman Road in Wexford. Panlahaki said the 2,600 square foot South Hills office is expected to be operational by mid-September. Also, United States Steel Corp, busy under new ownership with big investment plans in the Mon Valley, has taken a big industrial lease in West Homestead. The company has taken more than 200,000 square feet at 601 West 7th Avenue, ranking as the largest industrial lease for the quarter in a report by Lee & Associates, into an address within the massive and underutilized Wemco Steel Complex, a traditional mill structure whose origins were as a facility of Mesta Machinery, a longtime industrial firm that closed up in the early 1980s amid the regional decline of big steel. United States Steel Corp reports it will use the space to support its heavy-duty construction happening in the next several years at its Edgar Thompson Works plant in Braddock. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Everyone in my house sleeps through like tornadoes. They don't. Gunshots, sonic booms, rocket launches. They just sleep through it, except for me. Why am I telling you this? That damn dog. She, Rosie, they call her. She went berserk at 1 a.m. What 1 a.m.? I just, so I like she's barking at a window, and I don't know, she's seeing things. She's boozing it up when we go to sleep. But my wife, I always say this, and it's a blessing. She has, it's a gift. She could sleep through a hurricane standing up in a phone booth. If a flea farts in the house somewhere, I wake up. So the damn dog went nuts at 12, and no one else moves but Dad. And I'm literally going down the stairs dropping F-bombs. You dog, and then screaming at her downstairs to shut up. With love, I was screaming at her. And there was nothing. No burglar, no deer, no dog, no one jogging. Just Rosie deciding to wake up the whole damn family. I snapped. I did. And there's moments like that where I want to kick the dog because my dad would. I ain't kicking the dog. What's he want? Huh? Who? Rob Kenya. Rob Kenya, who's obsessed with Van Halen and David Lee Roth. Are you disappointed that David Lee Roth canceled his tour, Rob?
I saw that video. I think there should be an age limit on leather clothing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When you see the leather pants and a bulge near his knees, and it's not a cartilage tear, it's time to move on, isn't it, Rob?
It was time to move on years ago. I took my sons to see them, and David Lee Roth was a mess, 15 years ago.
Yes.
He didn't sound any better than that. But the best part of the concert, the second best part was Earth, Wind, and Fire opened up for him.
Yeah.
They still had it, but the people walked into us to the seats next to us, and they were dressed like Van Halen, and it was Carmen from Cucina Bella and his lunatic friend.
Patrick, you hearing this?
Oh, my God. I love this.
Hey, Rob, didn't he see Van Halen like 100 times?
I think he said something like 96 times. They had a car that they would go to the concerts in that looked like Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
Yes.
Carmen walks in with a wig, wearing overalls with no shirt and stuff. They knew people at the concert. They said the band would recognize them in the stands and everything.
Yeah.
So, good for them for the dedication, but it was time to probably follow a new band, like I said, about 15 years ago.
David Lee Roth bagged his tour. Thank Jesus.
They probably paid him more to back out than they were going to pay him to keep going.
Oh, it was
Wow.
horrible.
It was
He was singing over a track. He would stop and just smile. It was awful. Rob Kenya. We're having dinner, me and Rob and his wife and mine, in 2037. Thanks, Rob.
2036, actually, there was a cancellation, so it got moved up.
Thanks, my man. My wife says to me last night, Rob Kenya's so funny. Yes, he is. Funny looking.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
The super summer savings continue at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, boneless pork country-style ribs are $1.99 a pound. In the produce department, zucchini or yellow squash is $1.29 a pound. In our deli, Coon's Garden Fresh Taco Salads are $7.99 each. And additional savings this week, Dasani Water, 24-pack, 16.9-ounce bottles. Buy one, get one free.
It's happening now at Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Summer heat, storms, and heavy rain can put your roof to the test. Don't settle for anything less than expert care. PJ Fitzpatrick brings more than 45 years of experience, and they've earned thousands of 5-star reviews, delivering American-made, CertainTeed premium shingles. Most roofs install in just one day, and all come with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Flexible financing makes it easy to protect your home this summer. Visit trustpj.com today.
Water can get in, that's bad business. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh going to get in and fix it for you. Water can get through your roof, your windows, even your basement, and once it does, it spreads quickly. That's terrible. When water gets in, ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh, they get to work. Demand that yellow van. 412-RECOVER. That's the number. That's 412-RECOVER. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Man the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
75 and overcast at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Mayor Corey O'Connor is backing a plan to divert 75% of new tax revenue from developments in downtown Pittsburgh, the North Shore and Strip District, to a special tax district. On the Big K Morning Show, Mayor O'Connor said the proposal to benefit downtown would have a wide impact.
So we see this as a plan to not only revitalize buildings that still need a push to do it, but to bring in all types of levels when it comes to housing, transit, new workers working downtown.
Feedback during public comment at Wednesday's City Council meeting was mostly negative. Council voted 6-3 to give its preliminary approval, with a final vote expected next week. Pennsylvania lawmakers have reached an impasse over second-degree murder sentencing guidelines. News Radio KDKA's Pat Septak tells us what this all means.
Back in March, the state Supreme Court ruled that mandatory life sentences without parole for second-degree murder are unconstitutional. It issued a 120-day stay for lawmakers to create new rules. Well, today is that deadline, leaving the legal status of more than 1,100 inmates uncertain. On Thursday, the House narrowly passed a sentencing bill with no mandatory minimum sentences. Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday strongly criticized the House version as grossly inadequate and too lenient for violent crimes. Now, Allegheny County District Attorney Stephen Zappala has filed a petition with the Pennsylvania Supreme Court requesting a 120-day extension to its stay on the ruling. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
McKnight Road was closed for about 4 hours last night in Ross Township after a fatal incident. Police say a 15-year-old boy was struck by a vehicle a few minutes before 10 p.m. in the 5000 block of McKnight, which was then closed between Siebert Road and Patrick Place while police were investigating. The medical examiner's office says Michael Wade of Brighton Heights died at a hospital. And a man is dead following an early morning shooting in the Hill District. Police called to the Bedford dwellings around 3 a.m. found a man with a gunshot wound in the back. He was rushed to a hospital and died about 45 minutes later. His identity has yet to be released. Well, chalk went up for the robots. As ABC's Jim Ryan reports, an independent study finds Waymo driverless taxis are involved in fewer accidents than cars with humans at the wheel.
From the absurd to the terrifying.
There's a fire around the corner. You need to move this car. You're blocking the roadway.
Incidents involving autonomous vehicles keep happening. But after compiling the data,
what we're seeing is a nice pattern.
Eric Teo of the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has found
fewer crashes overall, less egregious types of crashes, and less severe crashes.
One red light in the study was Austin, where Waymo vehicles were involved in 4% more crashes than human drivers. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
On Wall Street at this hour, the market's all up right now. The Dow is ahead by 349 points, standing at 52,060. The S&P is up 44 points, and the NASDAQ is ahead 32. KDKA Sports, the Pirates are hosting the Cubs tonight. Jared Jones starts for the Bucks. First pitch at 6:40. And breaking news in the NBA, LeBron James will play for the 76ers next season, agreeing to a 2-year, $8 million deal. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03, 75 and overcast in Pittsburgh now. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand, so shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You just testified under oath you're getting more fiber in your diet, and it was easy? Where is this additional fiber coming from?
Mira Fiber Gummies.
Objection!
It's true. Mira Fiber has 8 grams of fiber to help me get the fiber I need in a day, plus 4 B vitamins for metabolism support, all in one serving.
Overruled.
My gut rests its case.
Oh, that's my line.
Find Mirafiber today at your local retailer from the makers of Miralax. Mirafiber supports metabolism of carbs, fats, and proteins. Serving size is 4 gummies.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyer since 2015.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine through varying amounts of high clouds the rest of today. Our high temperature 79 and partly cloudy tonight, low 65. Intervals of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. There can be a shower, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Summer's here. The sun is shining, the road is calling, and there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride at Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. Whether you're planning beach trips, family vacations, or just enjoying every mile of summer, Bowser Chevrolet has the Chevy you've been waiting for. And right now at Bowser Chevrolet, qualifying buyers can drive home with 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, no payments until Labor Day. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $490 applies, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Come to Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville and take a test drive. That's the power of Bowser.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina with your KFC weekend weather update. On Saturday, expect partly sunny skies with a high of 80. Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 83. Introducing the KFC $10 bucket of the day deal. Now every weekday you get a different bucket of crispy crunchy chicken for just $10 each. 24 nuggets, $10, 8 piece, $10, 10 wings, $10, 8 tenders, $10, only at KFC. Prices and participation may vary while supplies last.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, right now, I think they call this... right now, we have a female hit by a bus at 5th Avenue at Birmingham, at the Birmingham Bridge. A female hit by a bus, 5th Avenue at the Birmingham Bridge. First responders are on their way. Head injury, conscious. All of it caught on camera. It's excellent to hear that she's conscious. But she does have a head injury. We'll stay on top of it. And as soon as we get new information, we will, of course, let you know. All right? Hey, we have, over the years, in the last few years, helped 3 or 4 people get kidneys. It's a horrible journey. It's a frightening journey. One of the women, she was a waitress, and she had 2% kidney function. She would work like an 8-hour shift and then go right to dialysis. Some folks, they do dialysis at night, like all night. Every night. 8 hours. It's a hell of a journey, and I tell you, the need is insane. Let me give you some perspective. We have one of the best kidney surgeons in the world here, Tivar. He's my man. My guest was sitting in his office the other day. Tivar is the man. But the demand is so great. He had 50 to 100 people in the office waiting on him. 50 to 100. It's that great. And let me throw some numbers at you about transplants. More than 90,000 people right now are waiting for a kidney transplant. 90,000. About 13 to 15 die every day waiting. And it's so hard, man, to get donors and then to get a match and a living donor or someone who's passed. And once you're on dialysis, you kind of have this window because it drains your body and beats you up. And we're hoping to get my friend David a kidney before that happens. But it's, I would describe it as a grind. I think that's one word to describe it, isn't it, David? A grind, sir?
Yes, it is, Marty.
Right?
It certainly is. I was diagnosed 5 years ago in January. My kidney function was 19.
Lost him. We're having problems with the connection, with the phone. Call him back, please. Thanks, buddy. To get our friend Ryan a kidney, we did a social media campaign. And we tied in his daughter. Where? We tied in his daughter, who's an insanely popular softball player and has 200,000 followers. And the social media campaign brought people in. And our social media brought people in. A woman from Cleveland donated our friend Ryan a kidney. A woman from Cleveland who'd given part of her liver to someone else. My friend David is now on the video link. David, you there, buddy? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, Marty.
And you have a young lady beside you. Introduce her, please.
Yeah, this is Kate Walton.
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Hi, Kate.
Hello.
Kate, you received a kidney, right?
I donated one.
You donated one. Wow. How old?
Yep.
How old?
Let's see. So it was in 21. So I was 31 when I donated it.
To whom?
To my fiance.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you still together? I hate to ask.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we just had a daughter. She's 3 now, so.
Wow. One of my boys is a cop, was a Pittsburgh cop. His wife donated one. Is it true that the donor goes through more pain than the recipient? Is that true?
No.
Okay.
No, so it would be a lot worse for Dave, for them. So for my fiance, obviously, his hospital stay was a lot longer than mine.
Oh.
I was in the hospital only 2 days.
Wow.
So you don't do a nerve block or anything anymore. They laparoscopically take the kidney out. I was back to work in 2 weeks, back driving in 4.
Was Tivar the doctor?
Yeah.
He's amazing,
yeah,
isn't
great.
he? He's amazing, right?
Oh, if it weren't for him, I think they would be in trouble there. He's such an asset to that team. He cares about his patients so much. And yeah, I think he really leads that group. He's a great guy.
But to Dave's point, because we talk a lot, you were in his office the other day. How many people were waiting for him, buddy? How many?
There were 40 people in his office waiting to see Dr. Tivar.
Because he's in that kind of demand, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's that difficult. Hey, Kate, what was the defining moment for you? Why did you decide to make this amazing sacrifice?
So my fiance was diagnosed with kidney disease. He ended up not starting dialysis. He had a situation where he had to have emergency dialysis. So his kidney function just basically plummeted, and he was rushed to the ER, and they had to do emergency dialysis. So that kind of was the defining moment. He had fluid around his heart and everything.
Whoa.
And they took 16 liters of fluid from him that day.
Whoa.
So, so that was kind of where it was basically life or death. You kind of have to, make a call.
Wow. And so what you're saying is what you did. You saved his life. I mean, right? You did, right?
Yeah.
And you're kind of cutely nonchalant about this. And you're trying to diminish the pain because you think other people should do this. And I don't want to speak for you, but you do, don't you?
I do, but I really don't. I don't think I diminish it too much. It's a surgery. I'm not disputing that. Obviously, you get put under, but it really wasn't all that bad. I mean, within not even a year later, I was pregnant with my daughter, and I will say pregnancy was way worse than giving up a kidney.
Wow, good for you. And Dave, Dave, this can, and I don't want to speak for you, but I know this. It can kind of be it kind of kicks your ass, the whole process, physically and mentally, doesn't it, Dave?
I think it's more mental than anything else.
Isn't it?
It's just, you think about it every night and really hoping somebody will come forward.
And it's tough to get people to donate. What are the hurdles, do you think, Dave?
I think some of it has to be with the fear of actually wanting to donate. And as Kate's already explained, it's a procedure that is, in her case, not so bad. And she felt very comfortable doing it for her boyfriend. And, I'm just hoping that there's someone out there who's willing to donate for me.
Same. And can you guys hang? Can you hang out?
Sure.
Because we want to get to more. Yeah. We have all the information up on the screen, where to donate, phone numbers, who to call. The truth is we need some courageous person to save this man's life, quite frankly. And a lot of folks waiting for it. It's a big, big deal.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Life-changing is happening every day at UPMC.
I was inspired to become a nurse because I love serving others. I think I've always related best to kids, to build trust with kids. It's making things fun, have everything be less scary. Nursing is definitely a team profession. I cannot imagine doing what I do anywhere else.
That's life-changing medicine. at UPMC.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com or call 724-444-5568.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments and our children and retirement and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayElderLaw.com, GrayElderLaw.com.
This year, America celebrates 250 years, 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
Take a break and come out with us tonight.
Not tonight, man.
Come on. You deserve a night out. You're going to miss out.
Miss out on what?
While you stayed home, they won big. They celebrated. They got this sweet, stayed up all night and made memories. And you weren't there. Some nights are too good to sit out. Rivers Casino. Don't miss the moment.
Thank you, Andy Amroin, for introducing Harmony Garden Organic Insect Control to Pittsburgh.
Nothing is safer, nothing works better in killing pesky insects. Protect all your plants with Harmony Garden Organic Insect Control. It is 100% non-toxic and earth-friendly, not insect-friendly.
But is it safe for our new puppy?
Harmony Garden OIC is safe for people and pets. Just spray and walk away.
Visit participating True Value hardware stores or go online to harmonyoic.com.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
There's so much anticipation in getting a kidney, and then there's so much gratitude and so much sacrifice in the folks that donate them. Kate and David are classic stories. David's waiting on a kidney. David, what's your kidney function right now?
That's at 13.
13. And when do you go on dialysis?
Dr. Tivar said when I hit 10, I'll have to go on dialysis.
And not to be a jerk here, but that sucks, doesn't it? It kind of hangs over your head, doesn't it?
It sure does. It really does.
And how are you going to approach that? I mean, what will your plan be in terms of time commitment and that sort of thing?
I'm planning on doing the PD dialysis, which is a tube in my abdomen. And then I'll be doing that at home.
Overnights, right?
Yes.
Every night.
To start off with, every night with a solution, and then they'll decide whether I need to do it every night or whether it'll just be 3 or 4 days a week.
Folks, a couple numbers and a couple email addresses here at a couple sites. Donors.upmc.com. It's on the screen right here. And Patrick will produce this interview and we'll post it on social and include all this. Donors.upmc.com. Donors.upmc.com. There's also a phone number, 412-647-4438, 412-647-4438. Kate, you donated saved your fiance's life. Did he were there rejections, non-matches? What was was he on a path to get a kidney or no? Had he hit a wall?
So we had started the process. My sister, my brother-in-law, his mom, his sister had all started the process, as did I. Me and his mom were the only two that were going to be contenders. And then we found out that I actually was a match for him. He was already on dialysis at that point because he had to keep doing dialysis after he went through the emergency dialysis. So he was on dialysis for about a month while we did the final testing and all that to make sure, not only was I a match, but my kidney function was good and all that.
Kate, how is he?
Great.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, no issues. Yeah, let's see, we're coming up on our 4th year. After 5 years, he'll get cleared from Dr. Tavar and just go with his PCP and then his kidney doctor that he was seeing prior to transplant.
And how are you?
So we're kind of on this home stretch. I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My buddy.
I mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have any complications after mine.
That's
some
beautiful.
soreness, stuff like that. But yeah, my main concern was having a baby after.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, I was unsure of that. And then once I met with Tavar, he told me, obviously, shouldn't be an issue at all. I was pregnant that following September. So I donated in September. The following September, I was pregnant.
That's beautiful. And
yeah,
my buddy, when him and his wife get in a disagreement, she pulls her shirt up and points to the scar and says, "My man, you remember this?" Like if she wants something, she wants to go on a trip, she wants to buy something. Do you use that, Kate, in certain situations?
I've said a few times, let's not forget who saved your life.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't do it for nothing. You got to keep that in your back pocket.
You go, girl. That's called leverage, sister.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Dave, you have to have a sense of humor. You just sit there and, I mean, you would get in a funk, would you not, sir?
Pardon me?
Have to have a positive attitude or you get in this funk, right?
Oh, absolutely, Marty.
And
extremely helpful.
Yeah, it is. And you also understand that, do you realize the magnitude of this? Like 100,000 people waiting. It's kind of hard to wrap your arms around, isn't it, Dave?
It really is. And statistically, the waiting list for a kidney is almost 4 years. And of those 4 years, only about half of the people actually receive it. So, going to church and doing those types of things is always a good thing. But, I have used social media as much as possible to try to get the word out.
David Lackner and Kate, I love you. I love your attitude. I really do. I love how you smile about this. And the value of what you did is hard to wrap your arms around because most people would pass because it's a scary proposition, isn't it, young lady?
Yeah, I mean, that's just why I wanted, when Dave asked me, I was on board 100% because I just think that people just really don't understand the donor side. It's not as scary as, it might be when you think of it off the top of your head.
I agree. Donors.upmc.com. Donors.upmc.com. 412-647-4438. My man David, we're all in, brother. We're going to get Tavar on next week. We're going to keep pushing it till you're okay. All right, my man?
Thanks so much, Marty. I appreciate it.
Hang in there, brother. And Kate, you hold that over his head, whatever you want. We can't go to Hawaii? Oh, can't we, big fella?
I will do anything for her.
That's what I'm saying, my man. Oh, you want a new car, do you? I better be getting a new car. Thank you, Kate. You're the best.
Thank you.
Hope somebody who loves giving life steps up for my man Dave. He's a wonderful man.
During Lowe's Pro Pro Savings Days. Save more on the brands you trust to deliver on the job. Right now, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-volt max dual-bevel compound miter saw. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Save even more on what you need to keep the job moving. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/31. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize. Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Instant Kohl's Cash is powerful. You spend $25 and earn $10 Kohl's Cash to use instantly on nearly everything store-wide. So now you're grabbing new shoes and nodding at your receipt like you negotiated the deal. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members earn 3 times rewards. Get instant Kohl's Cash this weekend at Kohl's. Offer valid July 23rd through 26th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or Kohls.com for details.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 78 degrees at 12:30. I'm David Ballarado. Pittsburgh's mayor is enthusiastic about a plan to divert some tax revenue to improve downtown. News Radio KDKA's Paul Rasmussen with that story.
The proposal would send 75% of new tax revenue from developments in downtown, the North Shore and Strip District, to a special tax district, or TRID. That stands for Transportation Revitalization Improvement District. Mayor Corey O'Connor plugged the proposal on the Big K Morning Show.
The benefit of this is you're improving public infrastructure when it comes to transit, when it comes to lighting, when it comes to investment in small business districts.
This week, City Council gave its preliminary approval in a divided 6-3 vote. Public feedback ahead of that vote was overwhelmingly negative.
Police in one Washington County community are warning aggressive drivers. They have their eyes on you. News Radio KDKA's Pat Septak has more.
Police in North Strabane Township are joining state police in their efforts to clamp down on aggressive drivers. This initiative was prompted by numerous complaints and what police call a remarkable number of vehicle crashes. Officers conducted a study on the heavily traveled Water Dam Road showing widespread excessive speeds. The fastest speed they recorded, 85 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. The department says on its Facebook page that if you speed, consider this your notice. Police will continue to aggressively monitor and enforce the speed limit there. So please slow down. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 368 points. The Nasdaq is 23 points higher, and the S&P 500 up 42. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update at 1. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving.
And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father, not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers. And someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money, and most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A pleasant afternoon with sunshine dimmed by some high clouds at times. The high temperature 79, partly cloudy tonight, though 65. Intervals of clouds and sun tomorrow. There may be a shower in places, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
One of my boys is very cognizant of benefits and Medicare and Medicaid and seniors. So here's what happens. Folks are supposed to sign up at what age, roughly?
Generally 65.
So here's what I'm seeing. Well, in extreme, I go into friggin' Wendy's, no disrespect to Wendy's, and there's a 75-year-old woman giving me a cheeseburger, brother. She's not doing that because she likes cheeseburgers or Wendy's. No disrespect to Wendy's. She's doing that because she has to, right?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. I mean, with the way the economy has gone over the last number of years, what people are either going back to work, right, which is probably what happened in her case. She probably retired at one point in time, and the Social Security wasn't cutting it, so she's like, I got to find somewhere to get a part-time job. And again, at 75, the options are pretty limited on where you can. And then the flip side of it is what about the people that were thinking, hey, I'm going to exit the workforce at 65, and that's becoming more of a challenge for them. And then we'll get the big picture. And there's the guy who gets laid off at 58. That's kind of sort of no man's land to go out and say, I got to find a
gig that pays. You know what I'm saying?
I got to find something that pays as much as it was, that I've just lost my tenure, my seniority.
Yes.
It's, you're getting into a no man's land at that point in time.
So to put all those into one big basket, in my world, I know folks that are saying, I'm not going on Medicare yet. I'm going to keep working. I need to keep this job. I'm going to stay with these benefits at this company. Is that happening? Are you seeing that?
Yeah, we're seeing it. And honestly, about 50% of the time, it's the right choice.
Is it?
It is. Because, again, it comes down to if you're actively working and have benefits through your employer, you can keep those benefits and defer Medicare. And, again, like I said, there are times where that is the better choice. Now, there are times still when people do keep working. I mean, I had somebody actually email me this week and say, can you help me? I have my insurance. I just retired at 62. I have bridge insurance. It's $1,300 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I said, well, are you married? That was my first question.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we're married. And she said I could go on my husband's, but it's $1,400 a month. Yeah. So she was basically, she couldn't go on Medicare yet because she's not of age, but she was like, can the Affordable Care Act help me? But to go back to your question is, there's a lot of times that people are paying more for their group coverage than they actually would on Medicare. You do a lot on social media.
Yep.
We do a lot on social media. We have advertising actually all over the Eastern Seaboard at this point in time. And I keep getting these questions all the time, or these comments that Medicare's garbage. Medicare's garbage.
No.
And it's not true. It's like,
where do they come up with that?
Word of mouth, right? Like, and here's why, Marty.
Okay.
This is why I think.
Okay.
Because they think it should be free.
Oh.
I worked all my life for it, right? We call it an entitlement program, and they are entitled to it. But just because you worked for it, because everybody kind of knows.
I see what you're saying.
They take money out of my check for Social Security. For Social Security and Medicare. Everyone kind of knows that. So they think when they get to 65, the Medicare is going to be free. And when they find out it's not, it's like, well, this is no good.
But you've preached this, brother. It is good, and the price is fair.
The price is really good. Like, again, if you don't have the money to spend $400 on health care, but you get on Medicare and you do an Advantage plan, which I'm not saying that's what everybody should do, but if affordability is an issue, for $215, $230, you have coverage, and that coverage is actually really good.
You've said this a lot.
It usually doesn't have a deductible for the health, which a lot of group plans now have a deductible. So the medical copays, you just start paying the copays right away, and the company pays their part. You don't have to pay everything up front in the deductible first, and then the copays are affordable. I mean, there's plans out there. You go into the hospital for 50 days, you pay $300.
No.
For the whole 50 days. I don't know how that's garbage.
Holy cow.
I don't, and it's just really a misunderstanding between their perception that it should be free because they paid into it and the frustration that they have to pay anything.
Wow. And what you did for me was you said stay on your wife's plan.
Yeah, because so what we did with you, and which is what we do with everyone, is we looked at what you're paying for your current plan. We did look at all the benefits.
You did.
Right? But then we also, income does play into it, right?
Yeah.
Family income, because you can pay more for your Medicare at certain income brackets.
Yeah.
Right? So then that has to be considered. It was close, but Medicare was still, at this point in time, not the right choice for you.
And when people don't call you about this stuff, they make that choice the wrong choice, right?
A lot of times they make mistakes, and the mistake goes both ways.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is they stay on their group coverage and they pay all this money when if they went to Medicare, they could save a bunch of money.
Whoa.
Where we really see that mistake made is when it's the spouse, the one that's not working, turns 65 before the one that is working.
Oh.
So the worker who's got the benefits is 62, the spouse turns 65, they just stay on their spouse's coverage because they think it's, better. Usually in that scenario, that non-working spouse is 75% of the premium.
No.
Think about it this way.
Whoa.
They're going to pay more for
I had no idea.
They're going to pay more for the worker, right?
That's true.
They're not going to pay as much for the non-worker. So if your premium for your group coverage is $600, $450 of that is generally the non-working spouse.
That's amazing.
Well, in that scenario, Medicare is almost always going to be a better option.
And some companies are now reaching out to their employees who are working, almost pushing them to get their non-working spouse on their policy to get the hell off. In fact, they're penalizing them. I don't know if that's the right word. Making them pay extra for the spouse.
They do want them off.
They do.
And again, if it's not good for them, they don't want it. But like if it can save them money and the company money, then yeah. So like I'll give this example, and I don't think he would have an issue with me sharing it because he came into this studio and talked about it. But Andy Amrine,
love him.
You know, he owns True Value.
Love
you
him.
know,
Mama.
He came to me when some of his employees were turned 65, told me what he was paying, and he was like, "Can we help him?" I was like, "Heck yeah, we can help him." And I love what he did is they came off the insurance. He actually put a little bit more back towards them, which a lot of employers should do that. If you're paying X amount, right, like everybody wins in that scenario.
Yeah.
But it's knowing.
And most people cruise through and don't ask. Is that true?
They cruise through and don't ask.
Just pay.
Yeah, and then some of them, here's the second part of the mistake that I started talking about a minute ago, is they'll keep the group coverage, right? But they heard if they don't sign up for Medicare at age 65, they're going to get a penalty. So they sign up for A and B. So now they're paying the group coverage and they're paying the $200 for Medicare, and they don't need both of them.
Why would they do that?
Because they think they have to sign up at 65 or they're going to get a penalty, so they sign up and spend $200. And in that scenario, I hate to say it this way because it's really terrible, they just self-impose themselves with a $200 a month penalty that they didn't need to.
And you found folks that have wasted thousands and thousands.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah?
Heck yeah. All the time.
Is it lazy or ignorant or know-it-alls, or what is it?
So I think there's a number of reasons. One is, and this one boggles my mind, and I get it, but like, so one of the things we hear a lot is, I just don't know who to trust, right? Like, I think they're just going to try to sell me something.
I could see. Well, then there's 70 plans. And
yeah. And the truth of the matter is if you're already having that thought, Marty, then you're already kind of looking for that.
No, it's true.
And I feel like if you're looking for that, if you talk to someone, you're going to be able to spot if that's what their intention is.
It's so complex,
though. It is, and that's why, listen, if I have the ability to get expert advice for free, not just an initial consultation, right? Because we hear that all the time, right? The whole thing, they never pay for. If I had the ability to get that and know that an expert's guiding me, it would make it so much easier.
Which is, what about your company is so amazing, and they're kind of wary of that. It can't be free. There has to be an angle, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're just going to try
but
to
there isn't.
It's not, you know. So it's like, okay, you come to us, come to one of our seminars, we meet with you, you have an in-person meeting, we do that, you know, and then we just help you get to the place where you're like, this is what I think is right for me. Great, we'll help you get it signed up. Done. No mistakes on the paperwork.
Done.
Nothing. Yeah. And then the support on the back.
And then there's the whole group that just stays with the plan they've always had.
Yeah.
Like the major hospital, the major provider, they just stay there.
Yeah, if they've, and again, I think it's okay to say this, if they had Highmark all their life, if they had UPMC all their life, they're just going to go that way. And what people don't realize is that those things aren't the same when you go to Medicare. Right?
No, they're not.
They're different. It's different formularies for the prescriptions, different networks. It's like the group network doesn't carry over to Medicare. It's told two different plans.
Can you hang, brother?
Yeah.
Lance O'Brien, the fine Irish lad, back next.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Are you seeing crazy utility bills? Hello. The heat. Crazy. Let me tell you this. If your air conditioning is constantly running, you know what, folks? I'm saying a big issue could be your windows. You got to check out Universal Windows Direct right now. Because if you buy 4 windows, you get 4 free, which is insanely cool. And you receive 48 months, 0 interest financing. Makes it really easy to make this investment. I love them. They're built specifically for your home. They have an insanely perfect tight seal, less air leakage, better efficiency. Folks, Universal Windows Direct. It's so hot. Your bills are so high. Here's your solution. 412-545-6003, Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003. Give them a call.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Wow, the Medicare stuff, confusing, stressful, planning is difficult, it can be expensive. Check this out. I love MediConnect. They can talk Medicare. It's easy to follow. You can be confident in your coverage. Folks, I trust them. They've had great success. There is no cost for their help. They're local. Their advisors are live. Seriously, in your neighborhood. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. Give them a call.
The super summer savings continue at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, boneless chicken tenders are $1.99 a pound. In the produce department, fresh sweet blueberries, 1-pint packages, 2 for $4. In our deli, plain or garlic Eckrich bologna is $3.99 a pound. An additional savings this week, selected varieties of Stone Ridge Creamery ice cream, 48-ounce cartons, $2.99 each.
At Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Paramount Skydance's takeover bid for Warner Brothers Discovery hit a new roadblock. A federal judge has extended a temporary block on the $110 billion deal for 2 more weeks to August 17th, as legal challenges from a dozen states and the Writers Guild are examined. Now, Paramount agreed to pay Warner Brothers shareholders $650 million for each quarter that deal doesn't close. That starts October 1st, and this could really set things back. After the tech sector got crushed on Thursday, Wall Street is bouncing back today, thanks in large part to oil prices moving lower on hopes that after very limited strikes overnight between the U.S. and Iran, peace talks are back on the table, could resume. The Dow up 0.2%, the S&P 0.5% higher, the NASDAQ up about 0.1% in oil, down 4% to 88.48 a barrel. And another food scare. Indiana-based Midwest Poultry Services voluntarily recalling 1.6 million dozen eggs because of a potential salmonella contamination. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This is like being on the set of The Godfather. In the breaks, we got Coppola, Trevin, Francis Ford Trevin in here adjusting the lights, and then Patrick from his remote location in Phoenix. Now you look amazing, man.
Oh,
You've never
thanks,
looked
buddy.
so good, brother. Lance O'Brien.
I just watched that movie last night, too.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No. It was
I've seen
on.
it it's the only movie I ever watched like 9 times.
Yeah, it was on. I hadn't seen it in a while. I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
It's fabulous. Hey, so I'm hearing that, and I'm reading that in the Wall Street Journal and other periodicals, that older folks are going without coverage at all because of this economy. Is that happening, or are you seeing that?
Yeah, we're definitely seeing that. Once the subsidies ran out at the end of, last year, that really did make a major impact. Some people moved from gold plans if they weren't on Medicare, but they were on the Affordable Care Act. They moved from gold plans down to bronze plans with a somewhat level premium. Other people were just like, the change in coverage from gold to bronze is significant. So some people were like, why am I going to pay for that?
Oh, so nothing.
Yeah, which again, I'm never going to be an advocate of going without health insurance. I know sometimes people are like, at the very least, you should get a short-term home health care or, a short-term plan.
And you could guide them to all that stuff.
Yeah, we can help them with that stuff too. So, but like going without insurance is the biggest risk.
To save a couple $100 a month? Money's that tight, though. I mean,
it is.
In fairness, right?
I think that is a fair statement.
Yeah.
So it's and again, think about all insurance, Marty, right?
Yeah, no, you're right, man.
Life insurance, people go without that because it's an extra bill, and they're like, well, I'm young, or, whatever, then car insurance.
No, everything you're saying is valid.
It's all risk-based.
I had cancer, so we have insane life insurance payments.
Yeah.
I tell my wife, so what?
Yeah.
What are we going to do if I die? You're screwed, and we're not doing that.
Right.
But some people can't pay that nut, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, to me, insurance can be super simplified in this way. It's really the transference of risk. So when you have no health insurance, you're not transferring any risk. You are the bottom line. And that bottom line, if something happens, usually ends up in bankruptcy.
So hold on. So I got pneumonia, no health insurance. I got to just show up at Presby, and they know immediately I have no coverage.
Yeah.
They have to treat me.
They're going to treat you. They're probably going to write some of it off.
Yeah.
But not enough that it's going to...
So even if you know you don't have insurance, you go in there, they'll treat you, but you're going to get a bill is what you're saying.
Oh, you're going to get a bill.
Oh, wow.
You're going to get a bill. And again, do they try to work with you if there's no insurance? They do.
Okay, so what's Giant Eagle do if I go for my scripts? I have no insurance.
Yeah, you're paying whatever.
No, hold on. You laugh, but this is true, right?
Yeah, you're paying whatever.
There is no plan B there.
There's no plan B there.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Now there are a number of scripts now that are free.
There are. With insurance.
Excellent point.
With insurance. Now again, if you don't have health insurance, you can use GoodRx or Blueberry Pharmacy or another cost plus pharmacy, and you're going to get it for a reasonable rate as long as it's pretty much a regular generic medication.
So if you're my age, and I've been really damn sick a couple times, and you have no insurance, you're bankrupting yourself.
Oh, in that scenario, you're definitely bankrupting.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
Even if you go with straight Medicare, and this is going to be a shocker to people, if you just get the red, white, and blue card, and say you get cancer, and you need chemo, well, on original Medicare, which is A and B, chemo treatments are 20% of the cost. Wow. Here's the problem with the red, white, and blue card, though. There's no max out of pocket.
Oh. What?
There's no max out of pocket.
No, what?
Yeah, that's why people either get a supplement or an advantage plan. There's people out there.
You get a $100,000 bill?
You get a $100,000 bill, you're paying $20,000.
No.
Yeah. If you have a $500,000 bill and all you have is the red, white, and blue card, you're paying 20% of whatever the billable cost is. There is no parachute with the red, white, and blue card.
That's amazing, man. Why I tell folks to call you at MediConnect.
Yeah, there's so many moving pieces.
Yeah, man.
Don't leave it to chance. Don't put your health at risk. Don't put your finances at risk.
And don't play know-it-all.
Yeah.
And don't rely on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, we always encourage people to do some self-study, but don't live on their own self-study.
My man, you're the best.
Thanks, buddy.
Absolute best. No one's smarter. Well, maybe Elon Musk.
Well, I'm sure of that.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin, with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
Hey, Calvin, you know that feeling when summer's finally on its way? Everybody's outside, grills are going.
Yeah, but that's when you notice what winter did to your home. The deck boards are warped, the roof's missing shingles, the siding's faded.
That's where we come in. No pressure, no surprises. Just good, honest work so you can enjoy the season that you earned.
We're ready when you are. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
My boy JK in Oakmont does it again. This new joint, Twin Burrow Bar and Grill, just over the viaduct, Verona. Insane smash burgers, milkshakes, hot dogs, lobster roll, brisket, chicken sandwiches. I ate there with my family, blew me away. Adult slushies. You've never seen anything like it. The place is brand new, Twin Burrow Bar and Grill in Verona. It's amazing. Check it out.
Summer storms can spell disaster for your roof and more. At Home Genius Exteriors, we stop the damage before it starts. Call now during our summer savings event and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, get no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 79 degrees with the 1 o'clock news. I'm David Bollerado. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. A Fayette County man is facing a host of charges, including homicide by vehicle in connection with the deadly crash last night. 63-year-old Roger Klein is also charged with DUI in the accident that killed 35-year-old Jacob Wolf. Police say Wolf was riding his motorcycle in Grindstone last night when he was struck by Klein with his vehicle. Police in North Strabane are cracking down on dangerous driving. News Radio KDKA's Pat Septek has that story.
Over the last 2 weeks, the North Strabane Township Police Department conducted a traffic study along Waterdam Road, located in a residential area where children play. Police say in recent years, the road has become somewhat of a local raceway. Case in point, they conducted hundreds of traffic stops on Waterdam Road, with excessive speeding being the primary offense. It's a 35-mile-per-hour road, but in one case, police pulled over a driver going over double the limit at 85 miles per hour. The police department says it will continue to aggressively monitor and enforce the speed limit there. On their Facebook page, the department posted this message: "Drive like your kids live there." Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
And Ford is recalling more than 500,000 Broncos. The AP's Marcela Sanchez reports on which models are affected and what's behind the recall.
Ford is recalling nearly 566,000 Broncos and Bronco Raptors from model years 2021 through 2026. The automaker estimates that around 1% of the vehicles have insufficient protection on the wiring harness in the engine compartment, which can expose wires and short circuit, increasing the risk of fire. To fix the problem, dealerships will install new covers over the wiring free of charge. Ford says it's not aware of any reports of accidents or injuries related to the issue. Marcela Sanchez, Washington.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 276 points, but the Nasdaq has turned lower again. It's now down 25. S&P 500 is 29 points higher. KDKA Sports Division rivals collide at PNC Park tonight as the Pirates host the Chicago Cubs. Young righty Jared Jones takes the mound for Pittsburgh opposite lefty Matthew Boyd. First pitch is at 6:40. KDK Radio News time 103. Right now, it remains mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh at 79 degrees. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine through the rest of today will be dimmed by high clouds. Our high temperature gets to 79, then partly cloudy tonight, though 65. Partly sunny tomorrow. There is a risk for a shower at any time. Tomorrow's high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Summer's here. The sun is shining, the road is calling, and there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride at Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. Whether you're planning beach trips, family vacations, or just enjoying every mile of summer, Bowser Chevrolet has the Chevy you've been waiting for. And right now at Bowser Chevrolet, qualifying buyers can drive home with 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, no payments until Labor Day. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $490 applies, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Come to Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville and take a test drive. That's the power of Bowser.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
Selling your home shouldn't be stressful or take months to do. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, you skip the showings and repairs and get right to the closing table. For a quick, fair cash offer, visit homebuyersofpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I was listening to the former FBI director, and I was taking notes, and I was blown away by these notes. Now Ron Layton isn't, he's so smart about this stuff, but I just, the load that's been put on the Secret Service, and it's crazy, man. I mean, everybody wants to kill everybody, and I'm not trying to make a joke, and that's not hyperbole. Just in my personal life, with our social media, we get legitimate, I'm going to come and kill you threats several times a month. And I'm just a peon. There isn't a high-ranking muckety-muck anywhere whether it's a communications director for the city or the county or the state or the governor. It's insane. The threat level in the world has been exacerbated by conflict, the economy, and social media, and 800 other things. And everybody's angry, and they have these platforms now, and then they have access to crazy information, which makes them even crazier. So I'm sitting there listening to this, and then they have that press club dinner tonight, and Trump's going to that, and that's raised the awareness. So the Secret Service has done 10,000 protective service investigations in the last year. 10,000. That's insane. So those are people making threats to someone who's supposed to be protected. And then they've done 10 times the mental health interventions they ever had to do in the history of the Secret Service. I mean, I don't know how you manage it. And I have this whole doomsday feel that some point someone really, really big player is going to get taken out because there's just too many things converging and too many maniacs. But the smartest man I've ever known who served 4 presidents and forgot more than I'll ever read or hear, Ron Layton, knows better. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Marty, good afternoon, and thanks for having me back on KDKA.
Hey, assess this threat level and the numbers that I threw out there, and why the hell is it exploded like this, sir? Why? What is this?
So let's get into this a little bit. There's always the comparison of the threat spectrum or the threats in terms of volume of the current administration, meaning Trump 2 versus Obama. They're actually very similar. But let me give you just one reason why.
Yeah.
And you know, people don't talk about this, but this is just my assessment, having done this job for a long time.
Yeah.
In Obama, there were about 1.5 billion mobile devices globally. In Trump, right now, as we speak, there are 8.3 billion devices.
Damn.
Globally.
Damn.
So the point is there are additional modalities, additional avenues to threaten a U.S. president.
Wow.
And so that's a big piece of this. I don't know why others don't speak about this, but that's just my assessment.
Throw those numbers out again, please. That's insane, Ron.
Yeah, so during the Obama administration, there are 1.5 billion devices. During, today, right now, as we speak, about 8.3 billion mobile devices. I would remind you that there are about 8.3 billion people.
Yeah.
And so you've got a confluence of events. There was a spike in Obama post the killing of bin Laden.
Yeah.
Okay? And that was a big deal because it might be interesting to learn how the Secret Service learns about these threats. And oftentimes it's from intelligence services, the CIA, the NSA, a group nobody ever heard about, but they are very important, the DIA, foreign intelligence services and military. That's how the Secret Service learns about that. And, of course, there's also the direct interaction of agents. But the general point is that in Trump 1, Mr. Trump killed Qasem Soleimani, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
And he was a true terrorist responsible for the deaths of 608 Americans, okay? So that spurred lots and lots of threats and assassination attempts and things that are documented in the military, in the media. Marty, I don't think that, and that's one guy, I don't think that most Americans realize what we've done with this war. The only people that we killed in Iranian leadership, remember, Soleimani was one guy.
Yeah.
We killed 137 of their senior leaders.
Oh. I never heard that number.
That means, right. So that means that's the equivalent of wiping out the White House, the cabinet, senior leaders in the Pentagon, and a significant portion of the Congress. We did that in one swoop. So what do you think is going to happen with threats? Now, here's another data point. Marty, there were 43 million people during a 6-day funeral in the Supreme Leader's funeral a few weeks ago. 43 million. So the point is, when you look at all of these factors in totality, of course the threats are off the chart, many of them foreign threats.
Wow. I find it frightening. Should we be afraid? Are these threats real? Can they protect the president? I just asked you 19 questions.
Are the threats so let's talk about what the intelligence community regards as a threat. Someone who has capability plus intent. The Secret Service doesn't really look at that specific definition because you can't be sure. So that means whether it's somebody at a bar or somebody in London or somebody wherever, that threat has to be investigated to determine, is there capability there? Don't know. You've got to go investigate it. That's what we're talking about. And this is this really, really taxes the agency. Are the threats real? Yeah, they are absolutely real. This environment is unusual. You've heard me talk about the rapidly expanding threat environment with the things like artificial intelligence, drones. Drones are a problem. For $30,000, I could give you your small Air Force. The White House Correspondents' Dinner is tonight.
Yeah.
In about 5.5 hours or so.
Hey, same hotel?
There will be.
Same hotel?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No, it's not. There are a lot of changes. Change number one, it is always easier to secure a place with fewer access points.
Yeah.
So it's down the street at the Waldorf version of Washington, D.C.
Oh.
It's the old Trump Hotel.
Oh.
And actually, it might be 4 blocks from the White House. So it is a very different venue. They also pared down the numbers. At the Hilton at White House Correspondents' Dinner 1, you went from about 2,300 people down to tonight's event, which is about 1,000.
Oh.
There will be a massive security presence tonight. Massive. So I have no concerns about tonight's event.
Huh.
They also did something else. They digitized the tickets. And not to go back in history, but one of the things that happened during the correspondence event, somebody who was a guest, somebody who was a guest to the hotel meandered into a secure space that's caught at the magnetometer. And that's what's supposed to happen. But the only reason he got close and got into that place is because he was a guest. They're not doing that this way, this time. So you have to have a formal ticket before you even get close to the magnetometers. So the security plan, the architecture, you heard me talk about advanced procedures before. But the point is that the plan is very different for this evening.
Can you hang, brother?
I can.
I got to ask you about the jet, Air Force One, and putting the new stuff on it. We'll be right back.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Instant Kohl's Cash is powerful. You spend $25 and earn $10 Kohl's Cash to use instantly on nearly everything store-wide. So now you're grabbing new shoes and nodding at your receipt like you negotiated the deal. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members earn 3 times rewards. Get instant Kohl's Cash this weekend at Kohl's. Offer valid July 23rd through 26th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or Kohls.com for details.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments in our children and retirement and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com. So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. They help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans focused on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Life-saving, literally, life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market Team when they discuss favorite Mexican cuisine and recipes. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
A lot going on right now. Woman hit by a Port Authority bus. Man, listen, real quick. And we have Ron. And then big fight at the 2nd Avenue Commons. Right now, got guys in a big fight, and the police chief, Lando, who I love, is out there in the middle of it. It's crazy. Hold on, listen to this.
I'm going to be out with a female at Pitt and the Birmingham Bridge. Female got hit by a bus. Can you start medics our way?
Copy. What's the status? 10 engine, if you're still over here. Police to request and first responders step it up. Female is breathing. She has a pretty bad bleed from the head.
10 engine, copy.
We'll stay on top of that. I was told she's conscious, and we'll stay on top of that. And then we'll also update you on this massive fight outside the homeless shelter. How ironic. We were just talking about that this morning. Oh, it's a total crap show. One of my closest friends, Ron Layton, Ron knew this story before it was a story. So the old Air Force One, as Trump calls it, is laid out all kind of security stuff. Then he gets this jet given to him, and it wasn't laid out. So the New York Times, this is actually beautiful, breaks this story. In other words, he quit using the new jet because he couldn't trust it going overseas. And he was so mad about the reporting, he tried to screw the reporters and get all their info. Well, they dropped the subpoenas yesterday. Meantime, Ronnie said he's getting the new jet maxed out, and it will take a month. Will it, sir? And can they max it out, sir, in a month?
So let's look at the engineering perspective of this. Air Force One, the true Air Force One, is actually a military plane that's been outfitted for VIP travel.
Oh.
The production cycle is 8 to 10 years. The Qatari aircraft is actually a VIP transport. So the idea is that if you're looking for an 8 to 10 year production, why does it take so long? First of all, everybody who touches it has a top secret clearance. And then you've got to build security from the ground up. There's a difference between ground up security countermeasures, comms, that's as important as anything else, from the ground up versus having to bolt it on. So that's what we're looking at. And just think about, a month. In other words, just from me being an engineer, it's not possible. Especially,
hold on. You said it's impossible, right?
No. So I know. First of all, I'm always a little sensitive about talking about the plane because most of it's classified.
Yeah, sure.
However, I do have knowledge of some of the capabilities. Those are advanced countermeasure techniques and capabilities that plane needs to have in order to secure our commander-in-chief. Yeah. You can't do it in a month.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So why say that? And then why fly it if you can't trust it overseas?
Well, yeah, everybody's looking for the complexity of an answer, and I'm going to give it to you because he likes it.
Yeah. Is that true? He's that into like the shiny, bright object in front of his face.
I think when we talked about this before, we talked about other conveyances, the helicopter, the presidential limousine, that type of thing.
Yeah.
If it's a Cadillac now, but if the Qataris gave President Trump a Cadillac that was in gold, and like I said, had a coffee maker in it, all that other kind of stuff, that doesn't mean that the doors on that Cadillac are 5 or 6 inches thick and 1,000 pounds. It doesn't mean that that new Cadillac that they just gave you that's adorned in gold has 6 or 7 inches of a block of bullet-resistant glass.
Wow.
It just looks like a Cadillac.
Wow.
But it doesn't have the same capabilities. So it's impossible to make that because if you think about it, Boeing would have done that.
Yeah.
But that's, of course. So that's what it comes down to. And he likes it.
Oh.
You know, everybody wants to see
Kind of
some
sketch,
level
quite frankly.
of saying
Go
why.
Go ahead.
No, it's not. It's really not all that complex. He likes it. He wants what he wants. And a lot of this is, it sounds like I'm being critical. I'm not. He's a businessman. So business people.
Hold on, let me interrupt you. You actually, when you were around him, you thought the man filled the room with charm and grace and style and salesmanship. You were very impressed with him, right?
Well, it's not that I've been around a bunch of these types.
Yeah.
He is very charming in person, but I'm just telling you, I'm in private business now.
Yeah.
He wants what he wants when he wants it. And so there's a couple things that he loves. He loves quick wins. He does not like being told no, and he hates process. So think about those 3 things in everything that you're seeing now. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
The government that I was a part of for 27 years gets mired down in process.
No,
and he learned that
You've said this.
First administration.
Yeah, you've said this. But I can connect the dots and say, in a month, they're not going to have the jet that can protect him the way Air Force One. I can say that and be confident saying that. Right?
The same suite of capabilities, Marty, it's not possible. It takes 10 years to make that.
10 years?
Yes. There are, matter of fact, it is not due to delivery, I think, till 2029.
Wow.
Something like that. And again, this is not, Marty, so when it comes to these kinds of countermeasures and these kinds of communications, look at what it would be used for in an extreme emergency threatening this country. The point is, this is not something that you rush. This is redundancy after redundancy after redundancy. Because when it comes to overall general security capabilities, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I mean, we're talking about the leader of the free world. It takes time. It's process-oriented.
Ron, like, smartest man I know. When you coming home, man? Double cheese, Minios, me and you on me, brother. When?
You know what? Within the next couple of weeks, I got family business and a number of other things I need to take care of.
You know, you can stay with the Griffins.
You guys have enough food in the freezer?
Man, come on, man. I'll hook you up. You're my man. I love to watch you eat. My man can go. You know, when you're with Ron, you got to protect your plate. You're like, no, Ron, this isn't for you. My man. Thanks, brother. You're the best.
Marty, thank you. Be well.
He is. He's the smartest man I've ever met in my life. Ever. Ever. And just cool. We went to Minios, and Minios has like 2 inches of cheese on their pizza, and then he ordered double, and the waitress is about to say something. He goes, stop. Yes, I want double cheese. Now go away and get me my pizza. He didn't say that. But he ate it. It's like 4 inches of cheese. Kind of cool. Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, when you talk about the FBI having 10,000 credible threats last year, you always need to add that if they're wrong one time,
it's true.
Every congressman, every senator, everybody's on the media wanting to crucify somebody.
Plus, some will be dead. Yeah, no, completely agree. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
That always happens. Yeah.
And now, my man, more people to protect than any time in history, ever.
Yeah, so really, they have an unbelievable record.
Yes, they do. You're amazing. Thanks, my man. I love Ed.
What do you do when the power goes out for an hour, a day, a week? How long can you go without light, heat, your refrigerator? How long before pipes burst, food goes bad? With a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh, when your power is out, your Generac is on. It's that simple. Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh always has generators in stock and technicians that can install and maintain them. Visit GeneratorSupercenterofPittsburgh.com to get started.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to Supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. A Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or schedule us at COMERcross.com.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 80 degrees at 1:30. I'm David Ballarado. A major accident in Bellevue has Route 65 shut down right now in both directions. This is between Elizabeth Avenue and Riverview Avenue. PennDOT says emergency personnel are on the scene. This accident happened about an hour ago. Reports of a woman being struck by a Pittsburgh regional bus earlier today in the Uptown section. This apparently happened around noon on 5th near Birmingham Bridge. The 45-year-old victim was apparently hit while the bus was making a turn. She was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. A motorcycle cruise to honor Corey Comparator will be held tomorrow. News Radio KDKA's Pat Septak has a preview.
Corey Comparator was the former volunteer fire chief who tragically passed away while shielding his family at a 2024 Trump campaign rally at the Butler Farm Show grounds. The second annual Corey's Cruise, as it's called, will take place from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday at the Butler Fairgrounds. The event will feature a motorcycle ride throughout the county, a car cruise, kids' activities, live music, and concludes with a fireworks display. Organizers emphasize that this is a completely apolitical Remembrance Day focused entirely on celebrating Comparator's legacy and supporting local causes close to his heart. Tickets can be purchased online at coryscruise.com. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow remains higher. It is currently up 295 points. The Nasdaq has been a bit indecisive. It has turned to the plus side again, currently up just about 5 points, and the S&P 500 is currently 33 points to the plus side. KDK Radio News Time 1:32. Our next update is at 2 o'clock. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Hey, warmer weather in Pittsburgh means storm season. It's here. Winds, rain, unexpected damage. The question isn't if it can happen, it's are you ready when it does? Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, they're ready 24/7, 365. They'll respond to you. Be ready before that storm hits. Yep. Demand that yellow van. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Wow, the Medicare stuff, confusing, stressful, planning is difficult, it can be expensive. Check this out. I love MediConnect. They can talk Medicare It's easy to follow. You can be confident in your coverage. Folks, I trust them. They've had great success. There is no cost for their help. They're local. Their advisors are live. Seriously, in your neighborhood. 888-818-6334. MetaConnect. Give them a call.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all of your gardening needs. Great prices on vegetables and flowers. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Hope is not a strategy. Investments are not a retirement strategy. Market volatility, rising taxes, healthcare costs can quietly erode a lifetime of savings if you're not prepared. This is Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We're helping families every day create structured retirement income plans designed for clarity, stability, and long-term confidence. To learn more, you can claim a copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine through varying amounts of high clouds the rest of today. Our high temperature 79 and partly cloudy tonight, low 65. Intervals of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. There can be a shower, the high 82. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Every week on the Moth Podcast, you'll hear true stories that will intrigue you, inspire you, and make you laugh.
He said, is there anything in your diet that might be spiking your blood sugar? I said, sometimes I eat pizza until I'm unconscious. He said, I think that might be it.
For real stories live on stage from comedians, astronauts, accountants, farmers, and people just like you, follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Another day, another state, another Medicare scandal, this time in Arizona. How bad is it and how far does it go? We'll talk to an expert. Plus, comedian Ryan Hamilton on his Netflix special, and Matthew Wolf is going to talk summer box office and screaming. Hi, everybody. McGraw, Millhaven here. America at Night. Come join us right here. Tonight at 10 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, 2 things are happening right now. Number 1, hold on, let me get this. This is all just coming in. 5th Avenue.
I'm going to be out with a female at 5th and the Birmingham Bridge. Female got hit by a bus. Can you start medics our way?
Copy. What's the status? 10 engine interview still over here. Police are requesting first responders step it up. Female is breathing. She has a pretty bad bleed from the head.
10 engine, copy.
She is in the hospital. I was told conscious. I was told all of it's cut on tape. So you have that. And now this is happening. This is right in the heart of downtown. And you'll hear official three on the tape. Official 3 is the police chief, Lando. Listen.
We're at Stanwick Street, 14 Boulevard. Medics and fire for a approximately 55 male down on the ground, not conscious, bleeding from the mouth and nose. RTCC is possibly an overdose. It's hard to tell. There's a tree in the way for most of it. Male shirtless, jeans with orange and black shoes on. They're kind of all huddled around him at the moment. I think he's still down. Possibly an overdose, possibly getting punched. He was one of the agitators earlier. Received. Another male down, this one was punched. RTCC, repeat that transmission. 702nd Avenue, there's 2 males down. One at least for sure got punched. 231, I'm out at 2nd Avenue. I got 2 down. Medics, if you give me 4 units. 231, copy. Zone 2 units will start to 2nd Avenue Commons. RTCC is 231. Man in yellow, he was for sure punched. The one without the shirt, I think it's just an overdose. 231. 231, go ahead. Step up, medics. Looks like a double overdose.
Oh.
Copy. 212, can you start to back up 231 at 2nd Avenue Commons? 212, we're on our out. RTCC, mark the cat there. Man in yellow was punched by a black male with a white tank top on with a black and yellow Steelers hat. Larger black male build. Official 3. Go ahead. Yeah, Official 3. I'm on Liberty Avenue. You can put on the 2nd Avenue Commons call. 231. One male dizzy. Having trouble standing. Other male is conscious.
Wow.
Responding. Unknown. Any other status? ACC, the guy that punches the man in yellow walks outbound on 2nd Avenue towards 10th Street Bridge. Official 3, I'm coming into the area. Do you need me to go look for that guy? Affirmative. Scene appears to be an overdose. Man in yellow was punched by a black male wearing a white tank top walking towards the jail right after the strike.
Official 3, that's the police chief. Lando, my man, right in the middle of it. Ken, hold on there, man. I got to get to you, but we're going to do something fun with you, but this is serious. Real quick, Trevin, please play the sound that I gave you this morning. It all ties into what's happening right now. How ironic, Patrick, that this crap would hit the fan, the 2nd Avenue Commons. Guys beating the crap out of each other, guys overdosed, and Unit 3 is the police chief, Lando, right in the heart of it. Play that, please. Okay, that's a fire alarm that was going off at that Commons, 2nd Avenue Commons, as we came on the air this morning. And the narrative was that from January till now, they've had about 600 plus calls there, 911 calls. They average 3 to 5 a day, and the record for one day is 11. 11. And right now, and this is what I'm talking about, you got 2 guys overdosed, and this is what irritates me, quite frankly. I have sent, I'm going to be honest, photographs, names, Facebook posts of drug dealers who go downtown every single day and sell these addicts drugs right there in front of the friggin' 2nd Avenue Commons. It would seem to me, with the FBI making their big damn announcement, they arrested a half dozen people in the projects. Good for them. Operation, they always have some stupid name, Silver Hammer, whatever. We're not going to let this happen in our society. Go downtown, man. Arrest the people selling drugs to the drug addicts every single damn day at the 2nd Avenue Commons. Now we have, it sounded, Patrick, like were there 2 men overdosed and then other men in a fight? Is that what you're, it's hard sometimes with these transmissions.
Yeah, no, that's what I got out of it. The first call was 2 down, and then when they got there, it looked like a double overdose.
And then people in a fight.
After that, a fight broke out.
And then we hear Official 3, Lando. You heard his voice, didn't you?
Yep, sure did.
I love the man, that he cares this much about taking care of business. I ain't picking on the cops, They're down there right now breaking this insanity up. But there has to be a way to have a plan with undercover folks, those feds with their camo and their big fancy armored trucks who were in the projects yesterday making this big sweep. They arrested 12 people. Acting like they cleaned up the streets of America for drugs forever, which is silly. Should have people downtown working undercover because they come downtown, these dealers. I have their names, I have their photographs, and I've sent them to folks. And one of my boys, who's an insider, flat out nailed it. This place is a disaster. It really is. And right now, it's playing out in real time, right there. This shelter has done nothing but attract criminals and drug addicts and drunks and mentally ill folks. And they all need help, but they ain't getting it there. 600 calls since January, 911. EMT just sent me a note. He will not let female employees go in there. How about that? It's that dangerous. This is the solution of the leadership in Allegheny County. That I'm told that these dealers come down there every day and sell fentanyl and whatever else they sell to about 70 people. Addicts downtown. At the shelter, waiting for their fix. If I know, and I have their names, and I have their pictures in their social media, why the hell can't somebody arrest them? Huh? Seems to me like that should happen.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
She's back. Join Dr. Bridget Shufo at 9 this Sunday morning and see how her wellness and weight loss help you get rid of excess weight and, more importantly, keep it off with a healthy lifestyle. It's Dr. Shufo's Health and Wellness Show this Sunday at 9 a.m.
The popularity of cremation is on the rise. Unfortunately, so is the cost. I'm Dustin D'Alessandro, supervisor and funeral director. To keep the cost down, the Thomas M. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory Limited in Blawnox and the D'Alessandro Funeral Home and Crematory Limited in Lawrenceville have on-site crematories. By performing the cremation on-site without losing custody of the remains, our funeral homes can defray those costs and pass the savings on to you. Our fee for a direct cremation is only $1,250. This low-cost, direct cremation offer is available to all residents of Allegheny County. Surrounding counties will incur a slight additional fee based on mileage. Contact us with questions or to schedule an appointment by calling the Blawnox office at 412-828-5700 or our Lawrenceville office at 412-682-6500. Our websites are thomasmsmithfuneralhome.com and delisandroltd.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Pennsylvania's largest workers' compensation law firm by headcount plans to open a second Pittsburgh area office and has hired an attorney from Marshall Dennehy to lead the charge. Philadelphia-based Panlahaki Giordano announced that Ryan Hawk has joined as partner and is tasked with launching and leading a new South Hills office located at 650 Washington Road. It'll be the firm's second location in Pittsburgh, which it entered in 2016. The other office is at 180 Swingerman Road in Wexford. Panlahaki said the 2,600 square foot South Hills office is expected to be operational by mid-September. Also, United States Steel Corp, busy under new ownership with big investment plans in the Mon Valley, has taken a big industrial lease in West Homestead. The company has taken more than 200,000 square feet at 601 West 7th Avenue, ranking as the largest industrial lease for the quarter in a report by Lee & Associates, into an address within the massive and underutilized Wemco Steel Complex, a traditional mill structure whose origins were as a facility of Mesta Machinery, a longtime industrial firm that closed up in the early 1980s amid the regional decline of big steel. United States Steel Corp reports it will use the space to support its heavy-duty construction happening in the next several years at its Edgar Thompson Works plant in Braddock. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Last night I came home. Suspicious package on the front porch of my house. Kind of. Not really. Suspicious decal. 4 suspicious decals. Stickers. Stupid waste of time and money stuff on the front porch of my house. And the culprit, a man obsessed, controlled by one thing, his daughters. Daddy, I want to go to Disneyland. Take out another $1 million loan, please, Daddy. Okay, dear. Daddy, I want to go to Disney World this time. Take out another $1 million loan, dear. I'm going to sell my kidney this time, dear. But we'll go again. Daddy, I want to go to that stupid convenience store. It's 4 hours out of the way. You mean Buc-ee's, dear? Yes, I'll drive us to Buc-ee's. Ken Baker is one of my favorite people on earth and the world's greatest plumber. Sometimes. He has competition now. My man.
Wow, I waited a long time to get ripped by you. You know that.
Wow. How much, just tell the truth because you can't tell a lie because you're such a good guy. How much money have you spent at friggin' Buc-ee's in the last month?
Oh, just this trip, probably $2,000.
No!
Yeah, it's bad.
Patrick, you hearing this?
Oh, I'm hearing it.
Come on, man. What do you mean?
Hey, don't worry. Patrick's going to be jealous when he sees you rocking that jersey I got you.
No.
Oh, you're going to wear it.
Patrick, I haven't.
He'll wear the Buc-ee's boxers first.
Oh, they're boxers. Hey, Ken, I love this man,
yeah,
and he's a wonderful father. And the first time this happened, I picked on you because. Tell me how that played out. You were headed on a trip and there was a Buc-ee's like 150 miles off course and you went. Is that how that was?
Yeah, pretty much the same as this one. We went to Myrtle Beach this time, and they've got one in South Carolina, so we went there in the morning, and then on the way back, they looked it up, and, hey, there's one in Virginia, only another 100 miles away out of our way. So, instead of a 10-hour trip, we turned it into a 14-hour trip. So we went to Buc-ee's 5 times in a matter of a week.
No.
2 different locations. Yeah.
Man, you might need drug tested.
Maybe. I need something.
Hold on. Because most people don't even know what the hell we're talking about. Describe Buc-ee's, please.
So, I mean, if Marty was explaining it, it would be sheets, with a couple of clothes. But, I mean, it's so much more than it's an experience. It's a gas station. They've got the cleanest restrooms in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They've got, his own clothing line, pool floaties, coolers, you name it, they got it.
Barbecue.
Oh, yeah. And this time I actually ate the brisket. It was pretty good, but super expensive. I mean, for a family of 4 to eat there, it's probably $80 to $100 for, brisket sandwiches that, you could probably get at Sheetz.
Well, hold on. We're good friends, and one of the coolest things he ever did in his life, and this is why I love him, he's a wonderful plumber. We've been friends forever. And he was at my house doing a job, which he did magnificently well. And he left $100 on the counter, and he said, "You need help." Well, we can all help, and that's why I love him. And you don't necessarily love Buc-ee's. Is that true? You're doing this for your daughters?
I mean, I don't mind it. I would do anything for my daughters. You know that. I mean, like you said, But, I mean, just like you, I've got my own private jet and everything. So, we don't take out loans for that. Plumbers make all that money, Didn't you know that?
Hold on. So lay out for us how the F, and I mean that, did you spend $2,000 at Buc-ee's?
Well, the first trip was $300, so that was food, for 4 kids, and then I got the swimming trunks and I got the shirt, and then so now they got these baseball jerseys, and on the back they have what state they're from. So I wanted to get one from every state that we've been to so far.
No.
But yeah, so that's why you're going to get a Virginia one because they don't have one in Pennsylvania yet.
Patrick, oh no.
Oh, it's coming. It's going to be on your door one of these days.
Hey, Ken.
Ken, I'll have to send you one from Arizona. There's one 15 minutes from my house.
Oh, you're so lucky. You belong in Buc-ee's, both of you. Isn't it just a Walmart? Come on.
I mean, it basically is a Walmart with a little bit better food. But I mean, the crowds that show up at these places, Marty, I sent you a little video. I mean, that was 8 o'clock in the morning.
Patrick, it was packed. Patrick, it was packed. It was like the lines at Disney. What time was that?
That was 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yep.
What do you mean, yeah?
They're all like that. Like I said, I've gone there at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's the same exact thing. Like everybody stops there. And I mean, I asked the cashier, on average, people spend at least $150. So I mean, multiply, family of 4. That place was packed. Imagine how much that place is bringing in.
But you didn't tell me why you went there. What's special about it? Because I love you and trust you. What makes it $2,000 worthy? What is it?
A smile on my daughter's face.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I can't give you anything better than that. Anything my daughters want, I will do. I will find a way to do it.
I love you, man. You're a wonderful dad, and you're a wonderful friend. And yesterday I get home, and these idiotic stickers are on the front porch from Buc-ee's. Buc-ee. Played a visit to the Griffin house. World's greatest plumber. Buc-ee's.
All right, buddy. I'm going to get back to work. You take it easy.
Hey, are there any plans to build them in Pennsylvania? Have you heard?
Not that I know of. I mean, I know they got one in Ohio, but it's about 4.5 hours away, So I'm sure we'll hit that one eventually.
It's on the PA roadmap.
Not that I know of yet.
What's that, Patrick? Go ahead.
It's on their roadmap getting into Pennsylvania. The closest right now is Dayton.
4.5 hours. That's nothing for you, Ken.
Maybe after work, maybe I'll pick you up and we'll take a drive.
There's no we in that trip to Buc-ee's, brother. Love you, man. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
Wow. Buc-ee's. Colin's next.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic